blicky.
Have you always been a Droid guy?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, well, I was like, I was in construction, so like, you don't have iPhones in construction, you know?
Is that like a thing?
Yeah.
Dude, I think you're right, man. I know like 3 or 4 construction dudes that don't use iPhones.
Yeah. Yeah, like, construction guys stay away from iPhones.
Why is that?
It's like iPhones are viewed as girly, I think. That's not my opinion. I'm just saying what I think is viewed. It's viewed as
great.
like people with soft hands use iPhones.
I do have some soft hands.
People
I'm a
rough hands.
Hide these hands.
These hands are just soft, but they just count money.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, no, yeah, I don't know why that is. I think that's what it is, though.
You guys are like, that's the Black and Decker of phones. Like, we don't want that.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? I mean, right? Like, tool guys, like construction guys,
I just put together.
right? Like construction guys. I've seen the meme. It's like the 4 houses. It's like Makata, DeWalt, Milwaukee, and I don't know the other tool is. It's the green one.
Makita,
yeah.
Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah. I think I mean, I guess I'll just speak. I always viewed, like the wars, the iPhone wars, right?
Yeah.
The Samsung. And I guess I just picked a side when I was a younger lad. And then, but I just came across as like, yeah, all these guys in construction all have Samsungs.
What kind of construction?
And then like, what?
What kind of construction?
Like masonry.
Masonry?
Yeah.
Like what? What is that?
Concrete, bricks, concrete, stuff like that.
That's right.
Yeah. But then I was like, yeah, I don't know, girl. Like, it's always like, because it was always, remember the meme, like a girl would make fun of you if you didn't have the right color bubble, Remember that was a thing?
What was it?
Like when you're texting a girl and you text her from a Samsung, the bubble comes up a different color, and you're like, ew, gross, right? I remember that, and I was like, who are these gay guys with the iPhones who have the right color,
Blue
like,
text, man.
That was what my assessment of the situation.
Any relationship I've ever been in the past that I've gotten a green text, that's just never gone well. No, I mean,
Samsung girls.
Now,
Samsung girls are a different story. Samsung girls are risky.
Yeah, I guess you're right, because you did state that the iPhone it's more of a girly phone.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, you meet
I guess. Yeah.
You meet a Samsung girl. She's smoking indoors with her cat. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's true. I feel like the only girls that rock like Samsungs are like girls that work at like phone stores.
Yeah,
that could be wrong. I don't know much about phones.
This is a cool town you live in here. I checked it out a little bit. It's interesting. I stopped at Lenny's there and got a sandwich for later.
Where at?
At Lenny's there.
Oh, that's cool. What kind of sandwich you got?
So it was one of those things where it was like, I didn't go in there for a sandwich. I went in there for a Red Bull or a coffee.
Oh, nice.
And when I went in, they didn't have any of that. And then like he was like, what kind of sandwich you want, buddy? And I was like, shit. Didn't really want a sandwich.
Gotcha.
But you got me.
That's way better than how can I help you? It's like, what am I making you right now?
He was acting like he didn't want to make me a sandwich too, so that made me want one more. I was like, ooh, I want to make this guy work a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
And then as I bought a sandwich from him, and then some lady walked in and was just like, because I asked him what time he closed. I was gonna grab one after. I was like, maybe I'll just come back. I'll do the whole thing where I say I'll come back, but like he'll be far closed. He said 5, and so there was no comeback window because we're in like the 30 minutes of him closing. And this lady walked in behind me and she was just like, do you sell cold cuts here? And the guy was like, no. And she was like, well, like I just needed like a pound of cheese. And the guy was like, oh, okay, I can sell you a pound of cheese. Because like I looked down, there was like a lot of cheese in the window there. I was like, oh, you can totally sell a pound of cheese right now. That's a quick come up for him, right? And she was just like, all right, I need a pound of Cooper Sharp. And meanwhile, this lady's just holding pineapples in her hand. It's like loose pineapples.
Nice.
Like chunks.
Wait, she's a lady?
Yeah, the lady just had loose pineapple chunks in her hand.
Okay.
Like, you get
like
diced
Ricky
pineapple.
Okay.
It was diced pineapple in her hand. It wasn't dried fruit either. It was just like fresh fruit, which was strange. And yeah. So she said, I want Cooper Sharp cheese. The guy's like, I can't sell you Cooper Sharp cheese. He's like, I have a very little block of that. I don't have a lot of that. And she was just like, do you sell cheesesteaks? And he was like, yes. And she's like, okay, what time do you close? And he was like, 5. And she was like, okay, well, like, I'll take a cheesesteak with American cheese. What about the Cooper Sharp? What? I don't know. I don't know why she didn't get Cooper Sharp. That threw me off.
Maybe she was trying to make her own cheesesteak and she was like, fuck it.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just an acid trip of a time. And then, meanwhile, she's standing in the vicinity of the two of us. You know, the three of us were all in the vicinity of each other. And he looks at me and he goes, this is why I close early. He's like, this town is crazy. That's what he said.
Once the sun starts going down.
Yeah, I was like, I get it, bro. I was like, yeah, people coming in here asking for half a pound of cheese. You're a hoagie shop. But I mean, like,
that is true.
I do feel like most hoagie shops do sell cold cuts still, too.
Yeah. Well, maybe not like packs.
I wouldn't want to.
No. It is funny. I just had a conversation. It's like, I feel like here, like, it seems fine. Like, you never see homeless people or nothing like that.
Until the
sun starts to go down. Until dusk
went down a little bit, man. I dove into the city here,
dusk start to hit, dude.
It was
just, like,
rough out there,
start coming out, dude. It's like, what the heck? Dude, it's weird, dude. It's like at nighttime, they start to, like, it's like they emerge out the creek.
Yeah.
Yeah, get a little weird at night, you know?
I made it a little funny. There was a guy walking with the Culligan man. You know, the giant water coolers?
Yeah.
He was like refilling like 5 of those. He had like a cart where he was refilling them, and I just walked by like, nice jugs. And he looked pissed off. Then he looked and he was like, ah. He was a little overweight. He thought I was talking about it's a jug.
That's all I was talking about.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, that just means that guy gets that.
Yeah,
that guy gotten that before and he didn't like it.
You got a casino running down there too.
Where at?
the market, the Asian market there.
Oh yeah,
there was like 40 slot machines in there. People just going crazy.
Yeah, it's cool. I like that little Asian spot. If you go back even further, it's like
I can't believe how deep of a store that was.
Did you go into it?
I went into the back.
Nice,
yeah, I went all the way back there.
Nice.
It was crazy back there.
There's a lot of.
I couldn't believe how much empty space there was back there. I was like, this seems like a front for something crazy.
A lot of there's nothing back.
It didn't make sense how much space was back there.
It's a huge store, and then they got just like shelves full of like loose plastic spoons.
That guy could make. I don't know. It was just interesting in there. Yeah, it's a beer store, I guess.
Yeah. It's everything, dude.
It's everything, yeah.
Yeah, that little you can order. Dude, they got good. What do they call it? Churros there. Got good churros.
Really?
Yeah, you can order good Mexican food there too.
Interesting.
Yeah, on the side, there's a little Mexican shop in there. It's a weird store.
It's pretty bizarre in there.
Yeah, it's like a Chinese bodega.
Yeah.
Anyways,
do they call those a bazaar? They're called a bazaar, aren't they?
What is that thing called down there? The food.
I got an Indian bazaar near my house, and it's kind of like that. It's a grocery store. And then in the back of the store is like you can get meat.
It's certainly
but the guys like I make pizzas too. And
yeah, like you walk by there. Sometimes people will just be hanging out there at night. Like they'll buy a 6-pack and just sit at the tables in there and just drink a 6-pack.
Yeah, I noticed that right away when I walked in. I was like, oh, is this a restaurant? Because it's like. Yeah, there's tables here.
Yeah, it's
but
not.
Then I looked over in the slot machines and I was like, "Oh, these people are winning money."
Yeah, it's like the equivalent of like the wine and spirit. Just set up a table, you can just crack wine and just chill out there. That's kind of what it is. It's pretty cool. And those slots.
Yeah, you ever dabble in those slots?
Yeah, they're cool.
The skills machines?
Oh, the skill machines? No, not the ones that say like the big cartoony ones. I played a couple of them. They're fun. I was like waiting for Mexican food in there one day.
I never played any of those. Yeah, you win any money?
No. I had a friend who was addicted to the skill machine. I have a couple friends who were addicted to the skill machine.
Really?
Yeah. Like
they win money on them?
I mean, at certain points, I wouldn't say like net profit overall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it was like, disappearing, and her wife's like, "Where are you at?" And they're like, "I just ran down for a pack of cigs." But he's been at like the 7-Eleven playing skill machine for an hour and a half. Yeah. It's funny stuff.
That is funny. I was doing a comedy show one time. Somebody hit like a jackpot like during one of my sets. That's how shitty the bar was where I was doing a show.
Oh, it was like actually on one of the skill machines?
Yeah, it was like there was a skill machine in the corner, and she was just like the whole time during my set, she was just like, "Fuck you, I won."
That's awesome.
I can't remember what she was saying. She kept saying a phrase over and over again.
Like Mama's gonna buy some new shoes.
Nah, it was crazy. It was outlandish. She was just smoking a cigarette.
So did the set go poorly?
What?
Did that set go poorly?
The set wasn't going great. No.
Didn't go great.
Everybody was like looking at this lady who just won like $3,000.
Yeah, you weren't offering 3K.
That was
worth of
more than like
entertainment.
anybody in that town had ever seen.
Yeah. No, it was a small town.
It is a really small town. Yeah,
That's awful, dude.
it's really bad. They're just riddled with their skills machines.
Yeah, that's where they get them.
You know those stores? I asked one of those stores one time. It was like a glass pipe store, and it was like a tobacco shop. And all I was thinking was like, the overhead here has got to be stupid. You know, it's got to be like 2K, maybe 4K a month to have this shop. It's like there's no way this guy's selling 4K a month of like glass pipes. I'm just not seeing it, not at all. And I just asked the guy, so what's making the money here? I was like, how are you making money here? And he was just like, those machines. He just pointed at the skills machines.
Good for him, dude.
They make apparently that's how like stores stay open. They're like running like they're not even tobacco stores. It's a skills machine store.
I like it. It's like taking the power out of like, those big boss Indians and giving it back to the people, letting us own casinos again,
I would like to get, I wish I owned skills machines.
Yeah.
There's got to be a way to own them, I mean, I would love to have like 5 of those things just running, like where I'm like, cool, I'm just getting people for money.
I think the rule is own a gas station and you get one.
I think it's like a separate entity, man, that where they're just like fucking, you just buy the machine, you put it up somewhere, and like people are just making money.
Yeah. How do you do it? Like a vending machine? If it's like a vending machine, it's probably like a vending machine, but way cooler.
I think you have to buy like the license with the machine or something.
Well,
I'm gonna look into it.
No, I'm Googling after this.
Yeah, I'd like to figure that out.
Yeah. I have friends that got into vending machines. That goes okay. Vending machines are cool, but those things seem like the way to be.
I feel like vending machines are like a dead market now.
No one very much uses them anymore. They're very much like a workspace thing, and now everyone's working from home too. So
yeah, do you see they're getting rid of pennies?
No.
I woke up to that today. I was like, I didn't know how I felt about that.
That's cool.
Like no more pennies.
I guess I'm gonna keep all my pennies. Maybe they'll be valuable.
That was my first thought.
Start hoarding pennies.
Yeah. I didn't know what to do. I was like, I have pennies. Do I turn them in? Like, I don't know if I want to turn them in because they're not making more. I'm not going to get more.
My mom's going to be a billionaire just collecting old pennies.
I have at least 1,000 or 2,000 pennies right now. Which is crazy, right? Sounds crazy, but 10 years from now, this could be like, that's like Bitcoin almost.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, maybe, probably not, but yeah.
I like your point is I don't know.
No, yeah, certainly, like they will go up.
It's like the physical.
Yeah. I mean, like I think like there's certain pennies from like I don't know, pick a year, 1971 randomly. That's just still only worth a cent.
Yeah. They cost like 3.2 cents to make, or 3.96 cents to make, or something like that.
Nice.
But it turns out the penny's not even the problem. It's the nickel.
It's the nickel. What's
the
nickel?
Did you hear about the nickel? The nickel costs like 11 cents to make.
So wait, no, but the penny's only worth 1 cent and it costs 3.9. That's 3.9x. Nickels, that's only 2x.
So we were losing $83 million a year in tax money to the penny, and then I think it's like $22 million we're losing a year to the nickel.
Cut that penny out, dude.
We're gonna start printing like $150. We should just switch to Bitcoin.
We should start printing $150 bills. Something cool.
Yeah,
that'd be rad. You into Bitcoin? You got some Bitcoin going on?
Man, I wish I had more Bitcoin. I had some in college, and then just like, I don't know, we spent it on dumb stuff.
Yeah.
And then now we're just like, wow, why did we do that? We'd be all driving Porsches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, hindsight. I mean, the people that buy like pizzas and shit with them. We buying like pizzas and shit.
Pizzas now. We were doing just weird stuff.
You ever see the video of the guy who like...
I did, yeah.
So like 200 Bitcoin for a pizza or something like that.
It's so weird because it's like you have to think something like that's happening like right now. It has to be.
Yeah. Like what's the next thing? Like drop shipping 2016. Bitcoin was like 2008 or something. Like,
yeah, GameStop.
Airbnb was like 2019. That was big. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
What's the next big one? This podcast, invest.
I just missed out on the Eagles. I don't know how I didn't like hammer off a ton of bets on them. I like didn't bet on the Super Bowl. I only bet on the coin toss, and that was
Everyone in the world lost their parlays on the Super Bowl because everyone in the world bet Saquon yardage.
I knew Saquon wasn't going to score.
Yeah,
and I knew his yards was going to be under. I was just like I randomly saw. I get these weird videos through my feed, and it was like it looked like a scientist. He was sitting there with glasses on. He was bald. He looked like Ben Franklin a little bit. He was sitting there and he was just like, yeah, Saquon Barkley's too much of a liability. If he scores or whatever, it's going to be 500 million. The books are going to be down or something like that. And I was like, wow, like they're not going to let him score.
That's how it goes.
Of course.
What are you gonna do? That was a good game, though. Did you go down? Were you down in the city for the thing?
I'm not an Eagles fan.
Are you gonna go down for the parade? No. Yeah, whatever.
It's one of those things where it's just like it wouldn't feel right. It's like hanging down at the championship that I didn't win with my team. You know,
I mean,
Skins fan. You know, you gotta ride out.
Nah, dude, they won't know.
That's the problem. I just like I'd get too drunk and be like, oh, fuck the Eagles or something. You know, it's just like. Then just end up getting stabbed or something.
Like, fuck Jalen, dude.
Yeah. It's a shame too because I'd totally be one of those fans. Like if the Redskins won the Super Bowl, I'd be down there just like climbing telephone poles and shit. I'd just be like, let me climb this pole real quick.
Just in spite.
I don't think I could climb a greased pole though, so it wouldn't matter.
You don't think you got it in you?
No, there's no way I'm climbing a greased pole. Like I don't know how well they're greasing these poles, but like. Obviously, they're not greasing them well enough if somebody's climbing it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Dude, I was like watching some videos and like these girls were like lifting their girlfriend up on the pole, and I'm like, that girl can't climb a pole. Don't do that. Like,
yeah, the upper body strength is needed, which is crazy though, because it's like in a situation where it's like if a guy versus a girl was like had to hang on to a pole, like you know, like a dead hang. I think that I would bet on the girl.
A lot of the times, girls like, dude,
they're better at that.
I know this one girl. She like does rock climbing. She can dead hang. She's like she does the carnival bar and like wins every time.
Yeah. The carnival bar thing. Yeah. I just saw a video recently where it was like 4 dudes and then like one girl, and it was like they did that challenge, and the last one on the bar won money, and it was just like. I was like, this girl's gonna win. It's just like she's tiny. She's just hanging. It's just better grip strength.
The carnies favored the women.
Yeah. You ever win a carnival game?
Yeah, dude. I like the carnival games. I'm big on them. I like them. I like arcades and carnival games. Actually, I was doing a thing like
I was
one
huge
summer
on claw machines.
You know the big basketball thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I won that.
Is it the straight shoot? Not the 3-point contest?
Nah, just the big guy. Yeah, just a straight one with the crappy hoop.
The boardwalk, is it outdoor?
It was like a carnival one year.
Yeah,
and then I made it and I was like, let's go. And then the next year I was like, let's do it again. First try. Next year I made it again. I was like, I am apparently a god, and I've never made it since. I've played every year. It's been like 10 years.
Isn't that heartbreaking?
Yeah, you know? I was like, I got this game in the bag, and it was just luck. Yeah. What are we gonna do, man?
You're like the Patrick Mahomes of basketball, boardwalk basketball.
Yeah, dude, that's me.
You won 2 championships, and you're like, dude, what the fuck? I've been here.
Yeah,
I've been here before.
I'll make a comeback one year. One year I'll make a championship run again, dude. I'm gonna get it. Now I remember when I was younger, I was on the boardwalk, the Wildwood Boardwalk when I was a kid, and I was with my cousin, and we went there with like a bunch of money, like we just been saving, like getting from like the grandparents and stuff, you know. And we went to a game, and we're like, we're gonna play this game until we get that Britney Spears poster. And we spent like $120 and we didn't get it. And the guy's like, what do you want? And we're like, that Britney Spears poster. And he was like, just take it. And me and my cousin shared this Britney Spears poster. It was a bad time, dude. It was a bad time.
Yeah, it sounds like a sticky situation.
It was very sticky. Yeah, I was like, what are we going to do with this? He was like, you take the top half, I take the bottom.
Oh, man.
No, that happened now. I was really about Britney Spears back in the day.
I was like a claw machine guru for like between 13 and 15. You send me in there with like $10 in quarters. I was leaving with like $300 worth of stuff.
I feel confident in my claw machine.
I was getting iTunes gift cards and stuff, like just tons of them. Just buying songs, didn't care. 99 cents a song, didn't matter. We're spending hundreds on songs.
Dude, nothing better than going out on a date with a lady. Go to a nice establishment. They got a claw machine there.
Dude. You know, so every now and then I pull that out of my pocket, dude. Like,
you're like, here, why don't you sit back real fast? I'm going to spend $1 real fast. And just...
The last great one I had of those was I was on a date in college with like a longtime girlfriend at the time. And we were on a normal outing. out of Knoebels, the theme park. You ever been in there?
Yeah.
And we're walking around. There's a claw machine near the ice pole. You familiar with the ice pole at this place?
Oh,
It's just
no.
it's a weird pole that's just ice, and
Okay.
people walk up and lick it, put their hands all over
right,
it, and you're
right,
just
right.
like, that's got to be gross. It's just always frozen pole, but it's like a hot day. You're like, how?
Well, bacteria can't grow on the frozen pole.
Yeah, right. You'd think so. And that's definitely the logic some people had for sure. I touched the pole though. But anyway, there's a giant claw machine next to it, like one of those big ones. You know, like you get a massive claw, like it's probably the size of this, maybe a little bit bigger. And nobody was winning. There was like a little bit of a line there, and I just popped in there, just one $5 bill, popped two out. Because the first one that came out, I gave to like a little girl that was nearby, and I watched her put like $30 in it.
Strong flex.
And her dad couldn't do it, and I was like, "Come here,
Yeah.
here you go." And then I got one for my girlfriend too.
Yeah. You like,
It was a huge flex.
that's a huge
It
flex.
was a huge flex.
Yeah, give it to your lady, like, here.
It was funny because
got
after
you
I won
that.
two, there was like another girl in line that was like, "Can you win me one too?" And I was like, "Sorry,
It's enough for the
I'm
day.
sorry," you know.
Yeah. You like gave that little girl the
Yeah.
animal, and you're like, remember, your father's not as good as me. And just leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I totally would have did it too if there was like an opportunity to get an easy one. There just wasn't.
Yeah,
and it was like I couldn't have the failure in front of the
A
crowd.
real
Like,
veteran
three.
knows
I was like,
the
I just went
opportunities
two
when
for
they're there.
two.
Yeah. You're a vet. You understand what's there and what's not.
There's
You
no
see
need
the
to
field.
No need to take a third swing at this.
Dude, I've never won the big ones. I've only ever tried a couple.
It's a magical moment. It's kind of like you feel like one of those kids that's playing DDR at the boardwalk.
Okay.
Everybody's just watching you.
Yeah.
You know,
That's nice.
it's really nice.
One big, like, I like arcades like Dave and Buster's, you know?
I haven't been to one of those in a while either. Last one I went to theirs was like a knockoff one at the Exton Mall. You ever hear of this one?
Mm-mm.
I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a Japanese knockoff of Dave
Sick.
and Buster's, and it's like everything in there is Japanese. Like you go to the bar, they have like a little bar in there, and it's just like you can get sake there. So we got hammered on sake, and we were playing just everything. We had a bowling alley in there. We did everything in there. But everything is just Asian based. Everything's in Chinese, like the letters, Japanese and Chinese arcade, anime arcade.
Dave and Buster's.
Even the prizes were all anime. It was like,
No, you got. Oh, that's pretty sweet.
It's
That's actually
interesting.
very cool, though. I would like an Asian version to see a little switch up
the
of it.
sake was the most fun.
That is pretty. Like in the arcade, they're serving sake. Like at Dave and Buster's, they serve liquor upstairs.
David
There's a
Buster's
bar.
just seems like it's like I don't know. It's like gimmicky.
It's very weird because the bottom's an arcade and the top is a restaurant / like sports bar.
Well, see, it depends on which one you're at. The one near the Plymouth Meeting Mall, that one's like bar, same floor as the arcade.
Yeah. The Plymouth Meeting Mall might be upstairs. I've been in that one.
They have it upstairs too.
Yeah. There's a whole bar upstairs. The point is, why is it a sports bar and an arcade?
I think you're actually
'Cause,
right.
like,
Yeah, it's not on the same floor.
But why is that a thing? Like, it's a weird. I like personally, I like sports. I love arcades. It works for me. But I'm like a niche market. You know what I'm saying?
The problem for me is I don't have enough money to have fun there.
Yeah.
Like in my head, it's
Well,
like
you
I'm.
need $200.
I mean, like that's not like it's not out of the question. Like, yeah, it's like I can go there and blow $200 and try to have a good time. But at the end of the day, I'm like, what did I just do? I'm like, I have an Xbox.
Yeah, but did you get tickets to win?
It's nonsense. I win a T-shirt that says Dave and Buster's. I'm like,
It is depressing when you go there and like you're trying to collect tickets, and like you're like, man, I got like so many tickets today, and you get them all counted up, and you're like, what can I get? And it's like a stick of gum. You know, it's depressing, dude.
it does hurt.
It hurts the soul. You gotta save them.
Yeah.
Hello. What else do you enjoy? Well, let's talk about reselling, dude. You're a little
reselling?
reseller.
That's fun. Just another day in the grind. Always, you know. Like, man.
I was watching some of your videos and was like, you found like a food processor. You're like, my homie said he can't sell this. I'm gonna sell this day one.
Oh yeah,
And then
that's
you're
always fun.
I was just watching that. I was like, that's a funny ass flex, dude. Like,
I kind
watching
of
shit on
like that definitely goes into it a lot. Where like people will tell me like they'll think that like you can't sell something. They'll be like, yeah, you can't sell that, dude. Like, I mean, I have a buddy who lives in Manioc. He had a beat pair of Kobe's on his porch, like sneakers, extremely beat. Like these things are beat, like really bad. They've been outside for like 3 seasons, maybe 4. And every time I go over there, I'm like, yeah, man, I'll give me like $10 for those. He's like, nah, man, no. What do you know? One day I bought them from him eventually. He eventually took the $10 from me. He's like, you're not going to sell those. And what do you know? I got $80 for him. It's like a really beat pair of sneakers too.
That's gross.
It's just interesting. It's
Who's
just
buying
like,
that? Who's the individual? Say the name of the person who bought those.
I have no idea. Some guy named John. Some John Smith from fucking New York. Yeah.
No, it was out of state.
Yeah.
Oh, it was an in-person transaction.
It does amaze me, some things that I get away with selling. Like, you're just like, why did somebody pay that much for this?
What's the most interesting thing you've ever sold?
Oh, man. I've sold so much weird stuff. I mean, I guess the shadiest.
Well, you don't have to incriminate yourself.
Well, no, it's like it's so long gone at this point that like
a pound of cocaine.
Yeah, right. Now, I don't know. Bronze art kind of does the best for me, but at the same time, it just you feel like such an idiot when you're buying it. I think it's one of those things that it's like a long-term investment.
Bronze art.
Yeah, like I'll buy a statue for $400, and then it's like worth like 15,000, but it's like finding that person to buy it for 15,000 is the tough part.
Do you give like discounts, like say 10, but then people don't even realize that's a discount?
That's the game, you know? It's like anybody who sells that stuff knows that that's how you have to run. Like, yeah, I have a statue that I paid $400 for. It's worth 15,000. If somebody came to me tomorrow and said, I'll give you $4,000 for this, I would take it, you know?
Yeah.
It's just one of those things where it's just like...
Well, why wouldn't you tax? Yeah.
And that's why it's such a weird game. Because it's like right place, right time. It's just that it gets into a crazier game the higher you get with the number or the prices you pay for items. Like, I don't know. I'm starting to get to a point now where I'm like, I got like 4 or 5 auction houses on the phone, and I'm like, which auction house am I sending all these items through? And it's a crazy gamble because it's like I need them to have a minimum on some of these items. Like I can't get like $200 for a $500. It's like if I paid $500 for it, I can't get $200 for it, but I'll take $500 back for it, I guess.
Dude,
but I'm ready to risk it.
Are you gonna like start stepping the game up and like start like buying Van Goghs and selling it? Like buying statues?
I have to stop being a pussy in my own thoughts, in the sense of like 4 years ago, I got a quote on one of my statues from an auction house in Italy, and they quoted it at like $9,000. And he said, yeah, we'll run it in our next auction in August. And it was like June at the time. I should have flew out there with the statue and just got it to him. And granted, it's a big statue, so it'd be like a little logistically, but I have to like, I'm at that age now where I just have to figure that out.
Got to make the hustle.
Yeah, I got to figure out logistically how to get stuff to the right place.
Buy a ticket, fucking...
Because that's all my job is now at this point, is like relocation.
I mean, if that was the... I mean... Think about it. You just be like, buy the tickets, find some 20-year-old, nothing going on. Be like, here's $500. Go fly to France and back.
Yeah.
You know? You
just got to find the high-end clientele, though. There's a lot of rich people, so it's like, you just got to find these people that want to buy crazy things.
Yeah. Well, once you make the friends, you gotta make the connections.
It's tough.
You gotta start. I
gotta start hanging out at weird places.
Yeah, you got art galleries. Yeah, you gotta make weirdo friends. Andy Warhols, Diddy's, so like people like that.
I need that type of money where they could just spend $15,000 on something.
Yeah. I don't know anyone like that.
I did reach out to an artist one time. He does these Lego creations. Like, you ever see him? Uh-huh. Like, you know, he'll walk up to he'll beat down a wall and he'll instill a Lego.
I love that shit.
Diorama in the wall, and you walk up and you open it up. There's like a nightclub in there, but it's like Legos. And that guy's like kind of a big deal. And I reached out to him, and he just never got back to me. He did answer my initial, you know, like I was like, yeah, man, I have over 30,000 minifigures, Lego mini. That's probably going to be my biggest flip one day.
Minifigures, like
Lego
people?
minifigures. I probably have. I mean, I've sold.
What's a minifigure? Like a person?
Yeah, it's like a little Lego guy.
You have 30,000 of them?
Probably about that now. I mean, I had a little less than that. I had a little bit more than that, and then I sold a few. And then I sold like a lot of 2,000.
Those are like ones that are worth more than others? Like is one worth 50 cents, one's worth $2?
It's so insane, the range on those. It's like, I'd say the minimum is like $2 a figure.
That's crazy.
Because you can't even go on eBay right now and buy individual Lego heads for a reasonable price.
So you're going to
I think it's like $1 a head. It's kind of weird. It's a weird market.
So you're trying to sell all 30,000 at once?
I would like to, but like it's unrealistic because it's like nobody's spending $60K on that much. Even though the value might be there. Some of these Lego minifigures, like there's minifigures that are worth 4K. They exist. Is there any in that lot? Probably not. But there is Lego minifigures in that lot that are worth $100, $200, $300.
Just who's going to go through them?
There's a $400 one
That sounds
in there.
like the craziest venture to try and go through that.
It's just a nightmare to sell that too. It's just like I have to get down to a smaller quantity when I'm selling these now. That's what I'm realizing.
That would
Because
be
it needs to be quantifiable so in the amount where I can like document what the hell I'm sending somebody instead of me just like counting them without like, because like the problem is it's like I'll send 500 to send a larger quantity. I'll send 2,000 to somebody, or I'll send 1,000 was the last. It was 600 plus parts and pieces was the last lot I sold, and that guy cherry picked it and sent me back like 400 of them, maybe.
Oh, so
And it was weird. I like wasn't protected at all because of how I had my eBay set up.
oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it was really a big shame. And then like getting in contact with somebody at eBay was a pain in the ass. I had to like deep dive into Reddit, and then like I had to like find the CEO's like email through there. Then I emailed him, and then a representative got back to me from eBay, and they were like, he called me actually, and he was like, "Hey, I'm sorry that this happened." He's like, "We'll refund you the fees that we charged you." He's like, "But we can't do anything about your item." And I was like, ah. But I understood.
That's not bad. At least you got someone on the phone. That's actually crazy.
I was just happy to talk to somebody. That's all I told him. I was like, "Hey man, I'm just happy to talk to you."
That's
I
insane.
was like, that's all I wanted to do was talk to somebody about this and just be like, "Hey man, this is a problem." You
That's
know?
so crazy. Like, dude,
That's the hardest thing nowadays. I remember as a kid, you used to be able to call customer service and complain. Any company, it didn't matter. You would talk to somebody within like at least 5 to 10 minutes. You would talk to somebody. Now it's like, good luck.
Dude.
You're gonna call somebody and you're not talking to anybody. Like UPS, you're not talking to anybody there. eBay, not talking to anybody there. I mean, the list goes on and on. You're not talking to people when you call customer service. They don't have it set up that way anymore.
YouTube customer service?
That doesn't
It's
exist.
not even existing.
That does not exist.
They have a thing is basically like, yeah, just message our support team on X.
What are they hitting you for?
Doesn't work.
What are they hitting you for on there?
Right now, currently,
Yeah.
an advanced feature suspension.
Really? For what?
I think it was because I got flagged. I don't know. That's the frustrating part too. Is I
Copyright
don't know.
infringement on all my videos for a while, which was weird. It was so bizarre because it was like we chose an intro song from this artist, great musical artist named Raph Rundell. Check him out. And he's a UK artist, and he had a song that we liked, and we went with it for our intro. But before we went with it, we got written permission from him to use the song. Mm-hmm. He's like, as long as you guys aren't clan members. That was like his only thing. Which I was like, that's crazy. I was like,
that's an easy request, I suppose.
yeah, it was very easy.
Unless you're a clan member, that's pretty hard
Yeah, and
request.
then I was like, fuck, dude, what if he finds out? No, yeah, but he was cool. He was a cool dude that he let us use it. But like every video just kept getting flagged, and I was like, this is bullshit. And then like they would just demonetize all our videos. Not that we were making any money on them, but now I just went back. And what's nice is they have they got a cool feature where you can hit a button and it'll strip all the copyrighted audio from all your videos and just leave the stuff that's not copyright.
Oh.
So you can monetize them all,
That's
which is
nice.
crazy technology.
Yeah, that's amazing, actually.
It's pretty insane.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I haven't got flagged for copyright. I think I don't know. That's the frustrating part is they don't tell you what you did. They just say that you violated something.
Yeah,
and it's like, and then they say go, and then they say like before you do an appeal, make sure you go back, make sure you read all the policies, and make sure none of your videos affect the policy. And you're like, very broad instructions, sir. It's a lot of hours of footage to go through.
It's really annoying.
But I think what it was is when I was like new, I was uploading videos and stuff because I had a lot of stuff shot before, and I accidentally uploaded one short like 4 times in a day because I didn't know what I was doing, and I think I got flagged for spamming. Yeah, so
that's interesting. How many subscribers you got
on YouTube right now?
Yeah,
in the 40s somewhere.
That's fun. It's a slow grind. It takes a while.
YouTube is annoying.
It's slow, a hard grind, man.
We're getting there. We got I think as of today, somewhere around like 15 Spotify, 5 on Patreon, 45-ish on YouTube, and we're like 101 on Instagram. We just had our best Instagram last week on 14K views. That was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. So who was on that clip?
There's a guy named Cody. He's a rock singer. Rock metal bands.
I was hoping it was a comic that I knew I was gonna be like, I was gonna be like,
nah,
fucking loser.
None of you bastards are flexing
like that guy fucking sucks, dude.
No, so we're getting there. My goal is by the end of March to have 90,000 views on YouTube. Well, hopefully we get there. So
where are you at now?
Like 20.
20,000?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so hopefully we can get there. Maybe it's a steep goal. I don't know. But
yeah, tell me about it. I'm chasing down my last goal was 1K. Now I'm chasing 5K now.
Dude,
it's just a long grind. It took me 3 years to get the 1K.
Upload.
But it compounded quick.
You gotta, the more you,
as soon as I hit 1K in August, I'm at 500 more now. It's only been 6 months, so it's compounded quick.
Yeah, that's I don't know the key to it, but my head, the key is like just keep.
It has to be consistency.
Yeah, you're like every day I have something being uploaded to YouTube.
That's it, smart.
Even if it's a short or a 3-minute reel, like every day there's something uploaded to YouTube.
That's awesome. I wish I had time for that.
It's very grindy.
Of course it is. I know what it's like.
Yeah,
I've done that, man. Where if you really post it to everywhere too, and you're like, fuck it, one on TikTok, one on YouTube Shorts, one on IG. And there's another one I'm not even thinking of right now. But I was posting it 4 places. Mm-hmm. Like my hand, I got carpal tunnel in both my hands. It was like doctor diagnosed. Like literally, I was going through physical therapy and my hands were fucked up. And like they were like, yeah, you somehow got crippling carpal tunnel from the car accident. And I was like, that was not from the accident. That's from being here. I was like, I'm sitting here like this for fucking...
Yeah,
4 hours.
Copy and paste comes in handy, but I was just talking to AI last night about
it's crazy. AI is huge help to that. AI is crazy with that.
So good.
Bro, you can just type like, give me the best 30 hashtags.
Oh yeah,
and it's like boom. And then you're like, yeah, remove the commas. Boom, here.
It's nice because like it directs you like even like what you don't know, what you want. You're like, all right, this next step
it's
is
like having an assistant, which is it is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it makes you very lazy, but it helps.
It's amazing. It really is an amazing thing, and you can just piss people off with it.
Yeah, it hasn't gotten good enough to like making shorts yet. Like I can't have him make shorts for you because the shorts don't come out good.
Oh yeah, no, I don't trust that. That's a big problem I've had with the clipping of things. I just don't have the confidence. Like it sucks. Maybe that's where like me and my podcast didn't go well. Was like he'd be like, yeah, like my co-host would be like, yeah, let me clip some of those up, and I'd be like, sure, dude, clip them up. But I don't think he was even clipping them up. I think he was sending them out. Somebody else was clipping them up, and then he would get it back to me and be like, this isn't that great of a clip, man. Like, it's not that personal, man. Like, one of us has to do this where we're, like, looking at it, and it's like, I felt good about all the clips I was putting out for us.
Yeah, I would, like, I don't know, I've tried the A ones, and everyone that gives me is, like, just not good. So it's just like, one day maybe we'll get there. It's great if you want to just, like, span the internet with crowd, though, but that probably helps. But, yeah, man.
Nah, it only takes one.
Yeah, it only takes one.
It really only takes one, man. Which is weird. I fumbled the bag when my dog went viral.
What happened with that?
Dude, I had companies reaching out trying to pay me for that video. And I should have just been saying yes to everybody. Just collecting money. Like scamming the scammers, dude.
Yeah.
Because like if I just by saying no, they just did it anyway. They were like cool that you won't sell it to us, but we're gonna use it anyway. And people made money on that video for sure. Like a lot.
Well, I mean, like
that video did over 100 million views
on YouTube.
On multiple platforms.
I mean, like when you, I mean, depending on the platform, you can specify if you don't want people to have access to like.
It's a goddamn shame because it's been so stripped and stolen at this point that like there's like YouTube rejected my claim for saying that was me. They were like, we need proof that that's your dog, and I was like, get the fuck out of here. I was like, that's my dog. That's like, what do you think I'm doing here, man? I'm trying to give you proof. I was like, I have pictures.
That's just a lab.
Yeah, dude, it was bad.
It's funny.
It's bad. I had no claim on my dog. I was like, all right. You guys won. The internet won.
Yeah, you gotta.
At the end of the day, I was like, you know, you just can't even get upset about it. You're like, take it and run, have fun.
Yeah, it is a pain to
just try to drive people back to you. You know,
that's the game. Is like, well, that's why I really am in this battle with YouTube right now over my advanced features, because it's one feature I want to be able to link my shorts to different videos. And that's the advanced feature. I
feature. I love that. I can do that now.
I can't do it with my shorts. I can do it with big ones.
It's a huge deal.
Not my shorts.
It's a huge deal to be able to do that. I think it drives the views of my longer videos. Obviously, you know,
I can link my long ones, but I can't link my short ones. Like, and it's an advanced feature I very much want.
Because you're not at a certain
because it's just an advanced feature. It won't.
Yeah, you gotta be at a certain thing.
Yeah, because they gave me a strike before over that thing, and now I'm in an appeal process. It's very frustrating, to be honest with you.
Damn, that is so annoying.
And there's no one to talk to. It's like very annoying.
I thought about complaining to Apple the other day. They're running a promo right now for Apple Music.
Okay.
It's $6, or no, it's $3 for 6 months. Which is like, yo, dude, I've been a customer for a very long time. It's $10.99 a month for me. You guys just raised it from $9.99 a month to $10.99 a month.
At the same time, give a bunch of people discounts.
Now it's like I'm still paying $10.99 a month. It's like, bro, I'm good in the I'm coming correct. I'm like, yeah, I need that. Also, it's like I need 6 months for $3.
It's kind of a flex. They're like, yo, let's give a bunch of people like a huge discount to get them to join. But like, how are we going to afford that? He's like, let's just raise it for everyone else.
Dude, they don't even need the money. The amount of money that Apple makes is crazy.
Yeah. They're doing all right for themselves, I suppose.
Yeah, they're a good company, man. They figured it out.
Yeah, child labor, dude.
Yeah, man.
That's the key to success. I don't know what. I'm pretty sure. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. Once you get child labor making your parts, like you've made it. Dude. Like,
yeah, I just got to that part in Breaking Bad where they had a kid working for him.
Exactly.
I was like, damn, they were successful.
Exactly.
There's kids working for him in America. I was like, shit, it doesn't get more successful than that.
Yeah, that's how you knew Walt was the real deal.
Nothing. Yeah.
Exactly.
That kid was out there killing, probably getting new pair of basketball shoes.
Oh, dude, imagine.
A bike.
I wonder what the payback being a meth dealer at 10 is.
Or they killed him.
Wow. I mean, she was living large for a second.
It must have been fun. He didn't see that coming, though.
Yeah, no. He's young.
Yeah, there's much to learn.
Dude, I like Breaking Bad. What show you into right now?
It's pretty much that.
You're watching Breaking Bad again?
I'm watching Breaking Bad again right now.
Whatever, dude.
It's pretty good. You ever see Better Call Saul?
Nah.
Nobody has, man. It's a goddamn
I've
shame.
watched like a couple episodes of it, but it's not like...
It's a long one.
Yeah.
You have to you really have to hang on for 4 seasons before it gets good. And that's like a hard sell to people. You're like, wow, 4 seasons, huh?
Dude, people can't sell me on The Wire still because I've tried to
that
watch.
show is brutal to get through, man. I cannot get through it.
I can't get through the first episode.
I forced myself through season 1 and 2, and I think I got through part of 3, and I was like, how am I still here? That's what it was in season 3. I was like, how am I still here? And then I stopped.
It's insane.
It's crazy that people sit there and they'll straight face tell you that's the greatest show ever made, and you'll be like, dude, no. It's like, have you seen TV? Is this the only thing you've seen?
This is bad. This is the only show you ever watched. Is probably the best show.
Like Omar is cool character, but other than that, It's just not that great. It's not. It doesn't do it for me. I don't understand the whole concept of like, oh man, it's The Wire, man. It's just like no. Nobody cares.
Yeah,
Sopranos might be the best show ever made.
I've never watched it in entirety.
You never watched The Sopranos? Why?
Just haven't. You do. Apparently, you and I have way different levels of commitment to TV.
Man, Sopranos
You're
is
sitting
good.
through 4 seasons testing a show out. I'm not making it through 40 minutes.
Well, see, the thing is, with Better Call Saul, it's like you almost had to. You pay the respects because you saw Breaking Bad and you're like, this was top tier television. That's like actually right below Sopranos, I think. I don't think there's better than that. Breaking Bad is really good TV. I mean, granted, I'll be honest, watching Breaking Bad the second run through, I'm like, this is kind of bullshit. Yeah. There's a couple parts where it's just like, this is bullshit. Like when when Walt and his wife Skylar are sitting down and telling Hank's wife, I don't know what her name is, I can't think of her name right now, but they were like, yeah, Walt's just really good at gambling, and she was like, oh, no way. And I was like, bro, this is not believable. Like, it's just good at gambling? Like, no.
Dude, so I don't know why, but you have random stuff pop up on your phone? I had a bunch of like interviews with what's Walt's real name from Breaking Bad?
Oh,
the heck
Bryan Cranston.
Dude, Bryan Cranston. The interviews of him talking about Walt and like also directing the show and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right? But every one of his decisions was always based around like how tough or manly that thing looked, right? Like you're talking about like the mustache had to be thin because if it's too thick and over the lip, that's manly. It had to be thin because it'd be like, what's the point? And I wanted Walt to look like, why is that? And then like as this explosion's going on, I had to tell the guy next to me, he's like, don't flinch. Badasses look like clip. Badasses don't flinch. It's like every decision he made in that show is like, how badass is this?
The other day. That's a badass scene. It's more badass seeing it after you see that clip too. I wish there was more information like that out. Like first time I saw that, not a thought went into like how dangerous of a scene that was to shoot. Those two cartel dudes walking away from that truck they explode. Yeah. It's a badass scene. But then watching it again after knowing the story of how it's like, he told these guys not to flinch. They're only going to get one take at this. And him lighting up a cigarette was crucial, like walking away from the fire too. Like what the other guy lighting one. And that was pretty cool. It was just a crazy cinematic thing. But he's like, yeah, we felt the heat on us. And it was like, damn, you guys... And it's just like, they were standing so close to that explosion. There's debris flying by him and shit. It was just a cool scene. Real element of danger there.
You ever watch like the old videos of like those old actors that were like the first stuntmen?
Yeah, you're about to bring up the James Bond guy running over the alligators?
No. Yeah,
you ever see that one? That one's pretty wild.
Yeah, dude.
So the guy did it on his 5th take. He got it, I think.
Yeah.
He ran over 4 or 5 alligators' backs.
Yeah, I'm gonna start watching old movies because like everything they did was actually real because they couldn't even fake it. All that crap was
I've heard a lot of stories about that. The other day I came across one the other day. It was quite sad. It was a VHS tape as I was putting stuff away at a thrift store. And it was a VHS tape of this one movie. I can't remember what it's called, but it's about it's a story about a cat and a dog that are like friends, I think. Mm-hmm. And I heard stories that they killed like maybe 40, 50 cats or dogs during this movie shooting. But like there's like a scene where like the dog jumps into the river to save something, and man, they must have killed like 20 dogs during that scene. I was like, how can you ever like? And that's the sick part of me too, where I'm like, man, I should buy this. I'm like, I should check this out.
What movie?
I can't remember what it's called. It's.
What movie killed 40 dogs in 30?
Dude, man, there's a couple movies like that back in the day. Yeah. They're just killing people.
So Angelo, I don't know if you know Angelo, but he's got this joke about peanut.
Yeah, I know Angelo.
Yeah, he's like, horses are allergic to peanut butter. Did you know that?
Horses are allergic to peanut butter?
That's what he said.
And they can't eat peanut butter? I feel like that'd be a good name for a horse.
Google it. So let's check this motherfucker out. Let's see what we got here. He's like, they can't eat peanut butter. And he's like, that's how they used to make Mr. Ed talk. Like, you know how many horses they fucked up? And I was like, yo, is that true?
Okay, so the movie where the dog and cat are dying, it's Milo and Otis.
Wait, Milo and Otis?
Yeah, The Adventures of Milo and
I
Otis.
remember that movie.
Yeah, 1986.
I remember watching that like as a kid, like on VHS.
Just Googling the name of that. It was animals were harmed and or killed in the making of the 1986 Japanese film. Yeah, they were purposely abused. Ugh. It's not great.
Like, wait, we mean like they had to have a scene where the animal dies. Like, how are they purpose? Like these were mistakes. The animals were dying. Like this is all purpose. That's crazy.
Horses. Small amounts. It's very high in fat. Leads to obesity and diarrhea in horses.
Nah.
Yeah, I see why it's like, yo, don't give that horse too much peanut butter, man. I don't want to deal with that. You know, it's just like crazy.
Dude, horse diarrhea.
It'd just be insane.
Be very funny.
That would be insane. It would be funny.
Bro, imagine one of those cops in the little center city.
That would be
horse diarrhea,
insane.
just right down Jefferson.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Horse cops, man, that's the funniest thing ever to me. I used to have a joke on that back in the day.
Yeah, I don't get them.
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It just seems not logical. I actually saw a video the other day on my phone of, I said on my phone. Like, I was like, you can see videos other places too, I guess. But there's two horse cops with cops on them. And they were chasing a criminal. They were trying to detain this guy, and the guy just took off running, and like the horses were chasing him. But like the horses weren't going that fast.
Yeah, I mean,
I was like, this horse should be in a sprint.
that's why I don't get it, because I've never seen anyone
Even
chased
just
down
seems
by
dangerous. It's like, what are you gonna do? Hop off the horse?
Dude, have you ever seen anyone chased down by one of them? Well, aside from that, I guess.
It's probably not a great idea.
That's what I was like. The horse can, all right, they can chase me down in a sidewalk not full of people, right? But like, you're not gonna chase me down if I'm jagging up traffic in the middle of the road. If I'm weaving in traffic, like, what good is a horse?
Yeah.
Like, if you're in heavy center city traffic, like, I don't see that horse like
I would just go into a building.
catching a crackhead.
I'd go into a building immediately. There's always two ways out of the building. You know?
That's smart. There you go. Yeah.
You just run into a building.
It depends on the neighborhood. Yeah. Yeah. Like, if they're in the middle of Kensington and never catching those kids.
Back in the
Too many
70s, man, it
hours.
was probably so easy to rob like a bank, man. You probably just like...
Oh, yeah. Dude, I've thought about that. I'm jealous. You know, the old Machine Gun Kelly days. Shooting
I saw
name
one
on
the other
wall.
day. It was like a Brinks truck got robbed. You see that one?
Mm-hmm.
The guy got pepper sprayed.
Oh, no.
It looked like it was an inside job.
I
If I had to guess, it looked like one.
feel like half of them are.
The guy like looked back and he saw like a car pulling up on him. I would at that point I would have just hopped in the truck, but
Oh, yeah, I watched one the other day. Brinks was parked up, and the door was just open on the side, or like unlocked, and then like a minivan full of 6 guys just
I saw
unloaded
that
the
one.
truck.
That one was
That's
crazy.
Inside
It
job.
was like
as heck.
11.2 million or something
Yeah.
in like
He's like-
30 seconds.
I'm pretty sure those doors aren't never. But
Man, I can't imagine what that energy is like getting back to the house with all your boys and they're just like, dude, we just took 11.4 million.
I'd be
What are we doing? I'd be
highly
shitting
paranoid,
bricks,
dude.
dude. I'd be like, where do I go?
I'd be like, we need to leave
One, I wouldn't
ASAP.
want to chill with them. I'd be like, I gotta get out of here, boys. And I need my cut. And I gotta go.
yeah,
Nobody spent anything.
I'm not even in the state after 2
There's
hours.
too many people involved at that point.
Yeah,
I'd be too worried about that.
yeah, and it's like you can't.
It never goes right in the
You're never
movies.
robbing with your boys. It's always got to be like professionals because your boys are always
You would have to get
idiots.
professionals, yeah.
You can't trust your friends with
No.
that. They're all fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have a professional crew. You ever watch The Town?
Yeah.
Dude, that movie's badass.
I haven't seen that in a while.
That was a badass
It
movie.
is a
Those
good
are real
one.
dudes. Those are just boys robbing banks, dude. The
You really
homies.
can't rob it with your boys. It's just like, I don't know. There's always that one guy who's just spending money, and you're like, dude, we told you not to spend money.
Yeah. Well, what's the point of robbing a bank if you're not spending money?
Yeah.
You gotta spend it. What do you? That sucks. Like, what are you gonna do with like
You got to
$2
go
million
international. But then again, how do you get the money international with you?
Yeah, start by walking over across Mexico and then
You
go
just
from
try
there.
to get it across the border in one shot.
Well, you can walk across Mexico. No probs.
Really?
Yeah. Like Tijuana, they don't even check you. They just walk over a bridge. Going back's a different story.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's not really a big concern of mine. I don't have like 1.2 million in stolen cash where I'm like, how do I get across this border?
It's funny. He's like, how are we planning
For a brief moment there, I was like stressing about that. I was like, I don't know.
I
how
really
to
gotta figure this out,
man.
dude. I gotta really figure out customs, dude.
Yeah, I was like, why am I here right now? I was like, I have 2.2 million in my trunk. I gotta give you across the border.
What are you doing later? Driving down the border. Got a thing to take care of.
I feel like the reality of it is you would just be able to like buy property and the IRS would be like, how'd you get this money? And be like, I worked hard and I saved it. And they'd just be like, no.
Yeah, you gotta. I think that comes with the game. If you're in the bank robbing world, you gotta know the ins and outs of getting out. Like comes with the game, comes with the territory.
Yeah.
It'd be shitty just to be. Actually, now I think about it, my hometown, there was I think it was a TD Bank at the time. That bank got robbed like 4 times in 2 years by the same guy, and they finally got him.
Wow.
But he was just some drunkard of the town.
Ballsy to go back to the same place.
Yeah. Crazy. And he was just some guy. Pretty cool. It's
That's
inspiring.
pretty cool. I do. I mean, you ever see that guy, the chief? What's it called? It's a documentary about it. My dad was talking about it. Is this chief fan?
Like, what about him? He robbed a bank.
He dresses like a wolf and goes to the games.
Oh yeah, he robbed the bank. Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just like
Oh, he robbed a bank. Yeah.
craziness. He was robbing tons of banks.
Oh yeah.
That was like his whole thing.
Good for that guy, dude.
Sit in front row at every Chiefs game.
That's how he was afforded the tickets. Very funny, dude.
It's so wild.
See, that guy had it right. That guy had it right. Like that's how you spend the money.
Yeah.
He was spending money successfully. Did they catch him from
Honestly,
spending money, or they catch him robbing a bank?
Oh man, I don't know how they caught him. I think they caught him going back to like the same bank he already hit or something. I can't remember how they caught him.
Walked in.
I didn't watch the
The
documentary.
second they saw the wolf mask turn the corner, like what? Not again. You gotta wear a
That's just
different
comical.
mask.
'Cause it's like they can't take back the experiences this guy had. You know, it's like he's like I got a decent time, but like life was shitty anyway.
Yeah, that
Right?
guy.
Like he was like, I can't imagine what his job was before that. It must have been super shitty. Where he was like, like if I had a super shitty job, I'd be taking risks like that.
That guy's telling the coolest stories in jail, dude. You know?
The shittier your job is, there's got to be a chart. Like the shittier your job is, the higher the risk taker you are, probably.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. To some extent.
And every now and then, one of those risk takers gets through and just makes a ton of money clean.
As far as like not
like, I
white
gotta-
collar crime. you
Yeah,
know? Yeah. I feel like, once you get to a certain level, then you're doing some
If I was,
white collar
if I could
stuff.
be any type of criminal and get away with the crime, I would be an a heister.
Yeah, because they're
Is that what they call it?
coolest. Yeah. Ocean's 11.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get fine art, selling it on the black market.
Yeah, you already got the one side down. You're like in the market trade now.
It
You
would
just
be
need
fun. Be like, all right, we're gonna take the Mona Lisa. They'd be like, dude, what? You're out of your mind.
Yeah, dude. Aren't
How
these
you gonna
really
get that,
hot,
dude? That's
too?
super locked down. Why don't you just take a fucking Monet instead?
Because I'm that fucking dude.
Yeah, like, because I want the fucking Mona Lisa, dude.
That would be cool. Like, if you're gonna go to jail, like, do something cool like that.
Yeah.
I was in jail one time and I met this Asian fella who was in there for armed robbery, diamond thief.
Diamond theft,
Yeah,
huh?
he supposedly took over $100,000 worth of merchandise.
That's a heist at that point, huh? When
Yeah.
does it become a heist?
When he took a machine gun into a jewelry store and smashed it up.
Wow, that's wild.
Yeah.
He just didn't get out of the store?
I don't recall how we got caught, but I remember it was like over 100K of merchandise and a diamond and a machine gun.
Counterfeiting would be like another crime I'd probably like look into if I was going to be a criminal.
Yeah, I was watching a thing like some GQ thing about like criminals and stuff.
It's
and this,
so cool counterfeiting. Like
Yeah.
somebody can make a good fake. I respect it.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's cool.
yeah, this dude was making
Like,
these,
where
and
you
now
get
he
your money?
works for. He got caught. Now he works for the people. Now he works for
So
the mint.
cool. That's
You
the
know?
way to do it.
It's like the Frank Abagnale guy.
The guy from Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a fucking cool movie that is.
dude. Oh my god! If you don't watch that movie,
That's like one of those movies where you're like, I don't want this to end.
Yeah.
I want to be this guy.
Yeah,
Where
exactly.
you're so good at crime, the government's like, we need him on our team.
Yeah. No 20-year-olds ever watched that movie and then stopped it and been thinking like I'm cooler than that guy.
Yeah, I'm like
No.
if I was alive in that era, I'd be doing the same thing. I'd be like, yeah, I'm a pilot. I fly from here to here.
Oh my god, dude! It's the things you could get away with.
Cash and checks.
It was just all
Oh,
like
weird
it was just
scam.
all based on like how good you are at lying. That's how the world worked.
it still works like that.
Well, now there's like, yeah, I
You
guess.
just gotta be really good at lying. Like, if you're really good at lying, you get away with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but back then it was just like, hey, just walk in with like fake shit and be like, hey, I like your smile, and she's like, oh, and then it gives you all your money.
I
That's
like
what
the
that guy was
small
doing.
lies in life now.
You like what?
I do like getting away with a lie. I've been getting a little bit more ballsy with my lies.
Okay. What was the last lie you told?
Dude, this was a heavy one. So I showed up. I had community service. It was 24 hours of community service. I was coming down to the wire on it. It was almost done. I had like 4 hours left, right? Or I had 5 hours left. My plan was to do 3 hours on Friday and finish the last 2 on Saturday. And I show up on Friday at like 3 o'clock, fresh off a blunt. I was cooked. I was just fresh off a blunt. In my head, I was like, I know I smell. I know I do. And I didn't care either. I was like, this community service. It's like, they shouldn't care either. And I get in there and I'm putting books away. And this guy, he's just like, this guy I hadn't seen before. Mind you, I'd done 20 hours at this place already. So this guy I hadn't seen before was just like, whoa, it smells like a skunk in here, man. And he like looked at me and was like waiting to get like a reaction out of me. And I just like kind of looked at him and I was like, I don't know. And then I was like, in my head, I was like, who the hell's that guy? I was like, was he some other DUI guy? Like, he must be like a DUI or something. And he wasn't. It was, I don't know what it was. He was like the GM of the store, I guess. And it was just like maybe 5 minutes go by and I'm putting books away. And he comes up to me, he's like, hey, how you doing, man? My name is Dan. I was like, oh, nice to meet you, buddy. And he's like, yeah, let me talk to you over here for a minute, man. I was like, okay. He's like, hey, man, you smell like weed. He's like, we can't really have that here. He's like, I don't really care what you do when you're not here, but he's like, we can't have that here. And I was just like, yeah, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but I don't partake. And I said partake. I've never used the word partake before. And like we're just straight looking each other in the eyes. And he's like, come on, man. I was like, come on, man, what? I was like, I'm sorry, man. I like don't smoke. I was like, that's not really fair to me. I was like, I drove all the way out here to come work and you're saying I smell. I was like, I came in here and took the trash cans out. I was like, maybe something in the trash can spilled on me. He's like, yeah, man, I'm like really throwing nothing. Yeah. And I was like, well, man, I'm actually gonna finish out this hour. And he's like, how much time do you have left in the hour? I was like 55 minutes. And he was just like, all right, we'll put you in the warehouse then. And he put me in the warehouse but it was just wild. Cause like, I was actually like, I lied so good that I was like pissed off at him for like, that's crazy. He's going to accuse me like that.
That's how you know you're in it.
And that's how I knew. I was driving back. I was like, damn, I'm good.
That's how you know you're in it is when like you start questioning reality. You're like, you know what?
I like convinced myself that I didn't smoke. I was like, yeah, that's crazy, man. I was like, this guy's out of his mind.
Yeah, I think that's called being a pathological liar.
Right. Well, my mom used to say, it's not lying, Ryan. It's just not telling us the truth.
Yeah.
You know, there's a big difference there.
Yeah. What's the difference?
One of them's not telling the truth. The other one's just a straight up lie.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. Could I get an example? Just curious.
That's just completely different.
Like,
One's the word, lie, and not telling the truth.
That was a lie. What you told that guy.
Yeah. But then no, that was not telling the truth.
So that was not telling the truth.
It's weird. They're vaguely, you can get them confused.
Right. Just trying to think of an example of what lying would be. Like if you're like, babe, I didn't cheat on you.
That would be, well, I mean, I don't know. That's a tough one there. It's a conversation you avoid.
Just don't even, that's when you just walk out the room.
No.
Just don't pick up the phone for a few days.
Well, see, that'd be the conversation I'd be having with the girl. I'd be like, come on. Yeah, and you guys were just out to dinner? No.
So,
I think that's the best part of comedy, though, is the hangs.
well, yeah. Most of the time. Most of the time. Unless you're going up there and just crushing, then yeah, probably hanging is better. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing like going up and bombing.
The last 5 hangs at mics have been more fun than the actual mics.
Yeah. I've been doing that a lot lately. I've been going to mics and then leaving, just hanging.
Man,
Like some of them,
that's
I'm like, I'm
rough.
not waiting for this one to go to a different.
That's
just
rough
hang.
when it's like that.
Yeah. I've been doing this thing where I keep leaving during an individual set. The
Oh,
same
man.
individual.
I don't know how I feel about that anymore. I don't know. I'm sure people get upset that I don't watch a lot of sets anymore. It only takes 2 or 3 comics in a row that bomb for me to be like, I'm gonna go outside.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Most of the time, I'm like, there's something cooler happening outside.
Yeah.
You know, someone's.
Isn't that crazy? That's the vibe with a lot of the energy of the open mics. It's like, and then we're all have that same energy, and then nobody's listening to anybody said.
No. Well, the thing is, like,
Some
like,
mics are good.
there's one comic on stage saying his one funny concept, but there's also 10 comics outside smoking a blunt that are talking about 10 concepts.
Oh man,
That's 10
some of the
times
concepts
funnier.
I've heard outside are so much funnier.
10 times funnier, dude.
It's
You know what
so
I'm saying?
much fun,
It just
man.
makes sense. Yeah, absolutely. No one's watching. Dude, if I ever go up in like a certain mics where
And
it's
they're like
only,
the dumbest conversations.
dude, if you go up in a certain mic and there's only like 10 comics in the room or something like that, like, and you get any laugh, you're like, I can't believe anyone's listening to this because I
Yeah.
haven't been listening to anyone. So it's good.
It's funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think the best mic is right now?
I don't know. I've picked up a couple of different. The best mic. Ooh, you know what's getting really good is that Cookies Room.
I was just about to say, man, I like that place.
I think Cookies Room is like
it's
becoming
fun.
the best
Drinks
open
are
mic.
cheap. The hang is fun.
Yeah, it's in a weird location to where
Parking is free.
I kind of parking free.
like that place is like gets better at with time. You're like,
first-
everything's great here. There's like a weird assortment of like snacks just floating around that bar.
They put out
like,
charcuterie
granted, I would
boards.
never eat any of those snacks. That's totally against.
I do on the range.
That is so totally against anything I would ever do there, man. Like, just seeing a rogue tray like that in a bar where there's a cat roaming around and there's 5 loose dogs down there and it's just crazy down there. The charcuterie board is a nice gesture, but man, I am not touching that. I've watched so many comics touch that and I just sit there and I'm like, ugh. I'm like, dude, what are you doing, dude? Like, dude, don't need that.
Oh, dude, you can't touch a microphone at an open mic and then go straight to a charcuterie board. That's a way to get stars.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah, dude, that's insane.
Dude, like, that's the place where they just have bowls of popcorn just sitting around the bar.
Yeah.
Bowls of chips just sitting around. It's like, bro, no. This is not a community event.
Dude.
We just had COVID a few years ago.
No one washes their hands.
Nobody washes their
Dude, I
hands.
peep weird things. I'm in the
One
bathroom
of
all
my
the time.
favorite-
I watch people's hands all the time. No one's hands are wet
It
ever.
is insane. Like, Steve Bickle, it's one of my favorite moments in comedy. It just lives in my head forever. I was doing a show at the Valley Forge Casino. It was like a year into comedy, and I go into the bathroom, and Steve Bickle was already in there, and he was taking a piss. And he just looked at me and he just goes, fuck! Now I gotta wash my hands. Because, like, somebody else walked in the bathroom. It's just so funny.
Oh, yeah. That
So
was funny.
accurate. I was like, that's accurate. I was like, wow.
Oh, yeah.
And that was like the funniest thing I heard all night, and that's where it goes back to like the hang being more fun.
Yeah. It's tough. It's tough.
I don't laugh, you know. I'm hard to make laugh.
Dude, I wish. I'm so bad having a front row of any room, dude.
I'm super critical, man. If you're not funny, I'm not laughing.
I'm not even trying to be
I
critical.
hate to give the fake laugh.
I do all the time because
So
like
do I, and then somebody called me out on it on Friday. They were like, that was a fake laugh, and I was like, he's right.
I was trying to be nice, asshole.
I was like trying to be genuinely nice, but
Yeah.
I could maybe get a couple fake laughs thrown my way.
Yeah. He's like, listen, you all get fake laughter in my shit, all right?
Yeah.
You could be mean. No. Yeah.
The fake laugh doesn't do anything for anybody, though. It sets them up for failure.
I know. I wish I was better at laughing. You know, like I go to like front rows and like I'll be in the front and like people mics and they're looking at me and I'm just like dead. I'm zoned out. I'm thinking about something else, to be honest with you. It's bad.
I had a meltdown at Soul Joel's last night. Not really a meltdown. It was just
what?
like it was kind of like a meltdown.
Where at?
Joel's.
Okay.
It wasn't really a meltdown though. It was as much as it was just frustration with the room. It was like, come on. And like honestly, my comedy is that's where it is. It's in the room. If the room's being weird, I'm gonna acknowledge it. Like, I was telling some heaters of jokes. They were on, I mean, it was new stuff, but it was like, I was telling some heaters. And there's a couple laughs coming from the left corner there, but like, I'd tell the joke and then it was just like, wait. And like 8 seconds go by and then they'd all start laughing at the joke. And I'd be like, bro, like, what's taking so long with this room here?
I do enjoy sometimes when like a room is just completely woolly, like conversations are happening, no one's paying attention, and then someone goes up and then this does their set without acknowledging the room at all, like just a perfectly timed set. There's no laughter. It's just like watching them like just do the set in their room pretty much. I love that.
I think that's why I don't know if that's the reason why, but every time I have a situation like that, it's always Jay Yoder is there and he's just like, God damn, I can't book this kid. I think that he's saying that, but I don't know.
Maybe.
He's the homie.
Have you asked him?
No, I haven't asked him. I mean, it's got to be part of it. I'm like, and it's not even like a bad freak out at the room. I'm just like, a couple comics. I'm like, come on, man. It's funny.
Yeah. It's tough, dude. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't.
And a weak crowd sometimes.
Nah, Cookies is actually generally a good crowd. That's why I like it, though.
Cookies has been fun.
Yeah, some crowds are rough.
Joel's is always 50-50.
What is it?
Soul Joel's. A Tuesday open mic. You ever never been?
Mm-mm.
It can be a fun time there sometimes. What about John and Peters? You ever been there?
Mm-mm.
That's a fun time too.
Mm-mm. Now, I know where I went for the first time the other week is that Time John. On Wednesdays.
Wednesdays, is that the one with the gong?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was good. I did good. Yeah. But they gong you if you do bad. It's very crazy.
People getting gonged?
Oh, yeah. People are getting gonged. So apparently the rule is if you say anything racist that doesn't get a laugh, or if you just don't get a laugh for 2.5 minutes, they gong you. Which,
wow. That's pretty hard not get a laugh for 2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes. I was thinking
really
about that. I was like, what if you're bombing? But then I was like, dude, 2.5 minutes is so long.
That's so hard. It's hard to go 2 minutes without getting a laugh. You really gotta be like trying.
People were gonged. People were gonged.
That's
a
crazy.
lot of them, dude. And it was, and they make you sit. So there's like, I'm on the mic, and behind me is just a pew, like a church pew where you sit basically behind the guy up next, while everyone just looks at you two. Incredibly embarrassing.
Huh.
Yeah. And then like one lady came up who I went on after, and she came up, it was her first time there too, and she's like, you all can gong me. I'm not sitting back here. I'm just going to leave. This is crazy.
That's what you said?
Yeah.
Who was it? Was it a comic?
Yeah. I don't know her.
No.
Nah, she was cracked me up though.
That's funny.
I went up there though afterwards. I was like, dude, I've been back here for an hour stressing. I'm like, golly, I hope this goes good. I don't want to sit back here and everyone laugh at me.
Did it give you the gong?
No, but like it's just like this lady come up here and like changed everything. She was like, dude, we don't have to do this, guys. Like, she's like, these people can gong us. We can just leave. Like I was like, oh yeah, we can leave. Like I was like, I forgot about the rules of life. Like
yeah, the gong that's an interesting concept. How many people are running the gong?
Just one or two. I think one.
Just one person makes the choice on it?
Yeah.
That's all right. I think that's all right.
Yeah.
I think it would be cool if they laid it into the gimmick and he wore like a masked hood. Like an executioner.
Well, the guy who's doing the gong is Asian, so that's pretty funny.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know who it is then.
Yeah. So that's pretty funny.
That is fun. Cool concept.
Of all the things to ring, you pick the gong, so that's funny.
Yeah.
No, that was a good mic, though. I haven't been back. Wednesdays aren't like the day I like to go out, but...
I like Wednesdays. Good mics on Wednesday. High Note.
I haven't been there. That's the one in Jersey.
Yeah, that one's really fun.
Everyone be talking about that.
Delaware, I haven't been down there in a while.
I have a tough time, like, envisioning driving.
I have a tough time going the places that I've gone to over, like, 15 times, and I haven't been on a show there.
Okay.
I mean, like, maybe more than 15. I'm like 20. It's like, I've been coming here for 3 years now. It's like, how have I not been on a show here? And you just watching people run laps around you on these shows. And I'm like, maybe I don't know them well enough.
Maybe they don't like me.
Oh, yeah, that too. I mean, I don't know.
Don't think about it, man. Just fuck those people. Start your own show, dude.
Nah, that's something I probably won't do. I was thinking, I did split second think about it today. Just, I don't like the pressure of that. The pressure of having to sell out a show.
No, I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch
and then you just become one of those people that you already like kind of like. You don't hate people for not booking you, but it's like does build a little animosity. between them, you know?
Yeah, like,
You're
why-
why won't this guy book me?
Why'd you
They
pick-
tell me I'm funny to my face, but they won't put me on their show. Why?
Why'd you pick that person? You and I have both had conversations how they're
it's
not
like
funny.
small conversations you have in your own head, and you're like, you get in my own head about this. So I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I don't want to do what they're doing now, because like if I do that, then I have that all same pressure of people just being angry with me for no reason. Mm-hmm. And that's why you just remind yourself, you're like, yeah, man, there's no reason to get angry at these people.
Yeah, they're just going on about their life.
Yeah, they're just booking people that also book shows so they can get on more shows. It's
Pretty
like,
much.
I have nothing to offer, so it's like, hey, if you book me, thanks. If you don't, thanks.
Yeah.
All I have to offer is just good jokes.
Yeah. You got a great smile and,
good
a
friendship.
good time.
And good friendship.
Yeah,
That's it.
dude.
I'm like, hey, I'll
Please
be your
book me. I got
friend.
good friendship.
I'll be your friend.
Dude, if you don't know the hugs I'm handing out, they're fucking next level, dude.
They're like, what would you do for me, man? I'm like, well, I'll be your friend. I'll be a good friend.
It's a hard sell. Yeah, dude, I see some of these guys like throwing like 5 shows in a month. I'm like, what the fuck?
I mean, yeah.
Maybe more. I'm like, that's a lot. It's a lot. What if it doesn't go good? I'd be so embarrassed. Like, I can't. Like, I feel bad when I go to a show of somebody that I know is throwing, and I walk in and there's like no one there. I feel bad. I don't want to be that person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There was a comic in Philly that I heard. He said, I heard a rumor that they book bad comics on purpose.
I heard something like that too.
Yeah, and I thought that was a little strange. I was like, it's a weird thing to do, man. You're just giving us all a bad look.
I think I know what room you're talking about.
Yeah, I just thought that was a strange move. I was like, why would you do that? It's like, book these lane blockers, dude. You gotta like get some people up there, man, that have been like working on jokes. I don't know who I was talking to the other night too. I was talking to him. I was like, man, isn't it frustrating when you come to these mics and you're like, I've been working on material, thinking about it all day long. That's all I want to do is these 4 jokes that I wrote all day long, thinking about them all day. And then meanwhile, you got some guy, the first 5 comics are up there like, yeah, I don't really have jokes tonight. And you're like, dude, what do you mean you don't have jokes tonight? What do you mean you don't have jokes tonight? You're wasting our time now.
Yeah. I was going to go out last night, and I was like, I don't have anything new, and I'm just like I'm not going to go out. I just
Well, it's the
wasn't
worst
feeling
when
it.
somebody goes up there and they're just like, I have no material tonight. It's like, but if they try to work something out, that's still cool. But like, it's just like in the sense of like, you go out there and you just have nothing and you're just like pandering up there and you're not doing anything. It's like, oh my God, why did you do this
that
to us?
That feeling of when you're excited of having something, you're like, oh, I feel like this is going to be great. And then you're excited to go up. That's nice.
When you see a list with 40 comics on it, you can imagine that 5 of them are going to do that to you. At least 5 minimum.
Yeah.
Maybe 10.
Yeah.
I'd say 25% usually do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a mix of that. There's got to be.
I've never gone up there with no concept of what I was going to say.
I've seen some people go up there with no concept.
I'll go up there sometimes like, oh, I'm going to go through these notes, work on this, but I've never gone up there no concept.
It's brutal.
Oh yeah, I see it every day.
It kills you because you're like, I gotta get up. I gotta work in the morning, and I'm here.
No, the worst is when you go to a mic that doesn't take list in order, and then like you watch people go up there for their first time, or they're just bombing, and you're like, why am I fucking back here, dude?
Some of those mics, man.
Why am I 20? Like,
Yeah.
what's happening right now?
I've seen some of that go on. I like ones that are fair. I like the ones that are fair, like where you sign up and so they recognize that you went like 30th 2-3 weeks in a row. And they're like, all right, we'll get you early. Some mics are nice. If they know you're coming from far away, some mics, they hook it up. High note, shout out to them.
I respect
They look out.
I like it when they're just like, this is in order, because that's like them alleviating all the headache out of them. I like that.
Yeah.
If they keep it that way, it never stays that way though.
It's hard.
Oh yeah.
I don't like when they do the Google Docs. I've never been selected one time. I filled out probably over 20 Google Docs in my lifetime that people put out on the PCN, and not once has anybody hit me up on that. I'm like, why are you putting this out? I'm like, you're not going to build a show out of this Google Doc.
That time I had a sign up. It was like a QR code. That was kind of weird.
Where was that?
It was the time. So you have to scan a QR code and then put in your info and blah blah blah. But there's like, so you don't even see the list.
Oh wow, no.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, that's pretty funny.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's a good way to approach it.
Fat Lady used to have online signups, and then just turned into DM signups.
Yeah. I just fly through there
Orbeez
sometimes.
signups seem to be efficient.
Yeah.
I kind of like the whole sign up at like 9 a.m. ish.
I think that's Chesky doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, they're on it. He's on it.
Yeah.
He's good at it.
Yeah. He answers you within like a half hour too. Like every time you message
He
him.
usually answers within 5-10 minutes, and I'm like,
like
"Wow,
fast.
that's quick."
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah. That's the tech. Got you.
I like bet.
Yeah. I actually just messaged him yesterday too. I was like, he put me on a list and I did. I'm going now. So
It's nice to get it confirmed because I'm like, yeah, I'm about to drive an hour. Or it leaves is like an hour and 10 in traffic for me.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only like 40 minutes with no traffic though.
Yeah, but you gotta go down right during traffic. Right down.
I don't mind driving an hour to Mike's though.
Yeah, that's the reason I want to go to like Jersey. It's like, man, I'm gonna like pass 3 in Center City to go to Jersey. But
Yeah. See, everything's 45 to an hour for me anyway. Like High Note's like an hour from me.
yeah,
So it's like if I'm going to the city, I'm like, I can go right to High Note from there.
no. What are you gonna do? So you like it? So you live in King of Prussia.
Yeah, I live in
Why
Eagleville.
don't you move in the city?
I wouldn't be able to operate my business out here smoothly. Space just costs more money out here. I can get more space out there for cheaper.
You got like a warehouse storage.
I mean, like my apartment compared to this size is probably like 4 of these,
Yeah,
and it's like I'm probably paying cheaper than rent. Maybe. I don't know.
it's like 15.
Yeah, I'm paying cheaper. It's like I think it's like he just raised it. I mean, it's 12 now.
Nice.
But I also have a garage now that I rent from him. It's a big garage, and it's extra $100 a month. So now I have that too.
Dude, I had a garage for a while. I loved my garage. Like it was like a shop. I'll just go there when you're gonna fight with
That's
the
what it
lady.
is for me now.
Just
It's a
go
workshop.
live in the shop.
I have a workshop now, and it's so cool. I was out there. I had a beer in the workshop the other day. I was like, "This is the coolest shit ever."
Oh, yeah.
I was like, "I have a workshop."
Now you're a man.
I have like 5 pieces of furniture in there that I'm ready to like sand down, stain them, get them out the door.
Just drinking
I want to do 5 pieces a week, starting in March.
like 5 pieces of what?
Furniture,
Okay.
pump it out.
The furniture guy now? I thought you were an art salesman.
I sell everything. Ryan resell, baby.
Anything else?
Yeah, I sell everything.
That's
This
cool.
is a pot. This is a jumping area though,
Yeah.
in the sense of like. I don't know. It's like hip, right? Young. It's a young town, right?
What, Roxborough Manayunk?
Right. Young
Yeah,
people
I
live
guess
here.
so. Yeah.
Restaurants, bars, and everything.
Manayunk, yeah. Manayunk's just all it is a strip of bars. That's all that whole strip is. It's kind of a weird. It's like a suburb in Philly.
It's so strange down there. I don't like the pizza down there.
Where in Manayunk?
Yeah.
Why?
I got beef, man, with the Renzos.
Well, okay. Why?
A weird thing happened in there. It was man, a whole day of day drinking. It was just a long day. We day drinking. I was originally trying to get a cheesesteak at Pitcher's.
Uh-huh.
There's a good cheesesteak down there. But the kitchen was closed. It was open when we got there. My friend was like, let's wait an hour to eat. Waited an hour, they shut the kitchen, which I was like, dude, what did we just do? Like, now we're fucked. He's like, don't worry, there's pizza right down the street. I was like, let's go get a slice right now. I was like, I'm hungry. He was like, all right. Another hour went by. We eventually get down to this pizza place. I'm pissed off. I'm hungry. We walk in there. There's one guy in front of me. Right? Mm-hmm. He goes, hey, can I get he's like, I think I'll get a cheese slice. And he said, I think I'll get a cheese slice. That's what he said to the lady. And she's like, how many? 1 or 2? And he was like, what does it look like? That's what he said. And she's like, she didn't even answer him. She's like, she took it as like, I guess he'll take 2. So she goes over this thing, grabs 2 slices off this tray and throws them in the oven. And these slices looked like hieroglyphics. They looked horrible. They just looked bad. They looked so old, decrepit slices.
Well, no, she heard what they look like, and she's like garbage. So I'm gonna just throw them in.
They looked like dog shit. And the guy looked at me after he looked at the slice and then looked at me like, "There's no way she's about to give me those." And I was like, "Bro, I feel you." You know, it was like one of those. We had a whole conversation without saying anything. She didn't even miss a beat. She goes into the back, comes back with a brand new pizza, brand new cheese pizza. It was fresh. It was steam coming off this thing. And he's like, hey, can I get one of those slices instead? And she was just like, nah, sorry, sir. We have to sell the old slices before we sell the new ones. And he was like, He's like, yo, I'm not paying for this slices. And he just bounced, right? So I was like, damn. I was like, that's crazy. I was like, they just let like $6 walk. You know? It's like, sell their slices that are fresh. Like, what are you doing? That's a no-brainer. Like, have you ever worked in the pizza business?
Well, yeah, when I was real young.
The profit margin on pizza is insane. Like, even in this economy, it's like, it probably costs you like $3 to make a large cheese on average, and you sell it for like 20. And then if you slice it out, the first slice covers the whole cost of the pizza, you know? Because you're selling $4 or $5 slices.
I just saw a short today. A kid in New York walked in a pizza place and they charged him $5.43 for a slice.
It's crazy, bro. I had a slice earlier that was $6. I didn't even finish it. It was dog shit. I took a bite and I just threw it out my window, out of my car window. I was like, I don't do things like that often, but it was so dog shit. And I want the smell in my car. I was like, this has got to go now. Just on the back road, just whip that thing out the window.
I mean, I find like I do banana peels a lot. The biodegradable stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
me too. I'm like, that's like that's a weapon in Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Which is like,
I try not to hit the road, but
me
that
too.
is
I
funny.
try to make sure it's not on the road too. I'm like, this could be a disaster if a car hits this. Like I hit one of these going like 40 one time, you know, in Mario Kart. I think
Dude,
in real life,
if you watch a pile up behind you because you just tossed a
it would be
banana out the
insane.
window.
I was thinking about how how wild of a play that is. Like even with like the slice of pizza I whipped out the window, I was like, I just like in my head it did play out in my head that I was like, what if that just caught the wind at the right angle and just smacks the dude's thing, and he throws the wipers on and the sauce is just everywhere. It just crashes, kills a family of 4. Yeah.
That's
But anyway, I'm in there and the slices or whatever. So that guy left. And she goes, you know, obviously she's like, next. And I was just like, I'm not, obviously can't get plain now because there's 2 fucking old ones that she would feed me before. I'd have to buy 3 if I want to even look at a fresh one. And at that point, we might as well just get a large pie because I'd be spending $15 on 3 slices. So I opted to get a square slice. Beautiful looking square pie in the window there, right? Beautiful looking slices. I was like, I'll take one of them. She was like, no problem. I shit you not. She reaches under the counter, pulls the oldest square looking slice out from underneath this counter. I thought at this point, I think I'm on like a prank show. I was like, this is fucked up. I was like, she throws it in the oven. I was like, no. You know, she's like almost in the oven at this point. I was like, no. She stops. And she's got it on the paddle, right? And I was like, can I get a fresh slice? And before she could even talk, this dude just pops up out of nowhere in the back, and he's just like, sorry, son, we got to sell these old slices before we sell the fresh ones. And I was just like, no, I'm not eating that. And before we could even have another back and forth, she fumbles the slice off the paddle. It falls right on the floor. You hear it, just smacks. And I look at the guy and I was like, guess you got to give me a fresh slice. And he just looked at me and he just goes, I guess you got to get the fuck out of my store. And I was like, oh, yo, what? I was like, bro, she fucking dropped the slice. I just went off in there. I just put up my phone, took a picture of him, posted it on Yelp. I was like, this guy's a fucking loser. I like went really in depth on that. I went in on that guy. My Yelp reviews, out of control.
Do you leave any positive Yelp reviews?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I do. But it's either really, really good or it's really, really bad. It's never in the middle.
People are like, yeah, no one's ever just like, that was mid, let's leave a review.
Yeah.
They gotta be outraged.
Yeah, I gotta be irate to be leaving a review.
That's funny as shit, though.
The review usually causes some sort of like, oh, we gotta fix this.
Yeah, that's mighty funny. I think it's funnier that they picked it up. Like, I'm thinking they got like random slices like under the cashier counter, just like
I thought that was the
cobwebs
wild
and shit
concept.
on
I was like,
them.
I can't believe that he just did that. Like me, that's like a new bit I'm kind of working on. It's like something about that, man. When you walk in a pizza place and this slice is on a display, you're like, what's going on here? Like, I need those slices in the window.
Yeah, that is very disrespectful.
I walked into one the other day, right on Manioc. Same situation, but it was like the slices were all under the counter. I walked in and I was like, you guys sell slices here? She was like, yeah, of course. I was like, where are they? She's like, they're over here. I was like, over where? I was just pointing under the counter, like in some dark crevice of the store.
bro.
Like, where are they? Put them in front of us.
Dude, no one cleans the.
It's not a hostage situation.
No one cleans lower counters.
Whoa. Let's see the cash, and then we'll show you the pizza. You know, it's like, what are you doing here? Just show me the slice. I'll show you the cash when you show me the slice. And I think that's the bit. That'd be the bit. That's funny.
Good.
That is funny.
Yeah,
that's good.
Dude,
I've been trying to figure that one out for a little.
It's like, why would you not have the slices out?
They need to be on display. I can't tell you how many times I do a fake call, like a fake walkout of a restaurant, because the slices look terrible. They look like sandpaper.
Oh yeah, dude. I've gone in wanting a slice.
My go-to
and not
move
got
is
one.
like, you guys got a menu? I'm gonna call my wife, see what she wants to do for the kids. I bring kids into it too. You know, I'm like, oh, we're gonna order a lot of food. Give me a second. I'm gonna go outside and take this phone call, and they just never come back.
Dude, I can't even order slices anymore just because they cost so much. I just get whole pizzas.
That's me too. I get a whole pizza, and like I'm savage about it. Like I'll eat maybe 2 slices, and then I'll just like the other day, Pitcher's Pub, best cheesesteak in Manioc. Kitchen is dog shit hours though, and I got a Pizza John pizza. Have you eaten there? Mm-hmm. Not impressed with that pizza. Mm-hmm. It's too cheesy.
Okay.
But anyway, I get that pie, and I ate 2 slices in Pitcher's Pub. And then I was like, yo, I literally turned around to a bar full of drunk people. I was like, does anybody want any of this pizza? It's free. I just got it. And nobody said anything. They all looked at me like I was crazy. And then I walk outside, and I was just like, does anybody want a slice of this? There was like 4 or 5 people walking by. Nobody took a slice from me. I was like, damn, I guess I look like a scumbag, you know? So I just, as soon as I set this pizza down on top of a trash can, some kid walked up. He was like, bro, what are you doing with that? You throwing that out? I was like, yeah, man. He's like, can I get a slice? I was like, dude, you can take the whole thing. Just bet, dude. Just took the whole thing. I was like, that's how it's supposed to work.
Dude, that's strong come up.
It's fun. That was a crazy come up, but that's never happened to me.
Yeah, dude, we gotta bury the pizza business, dude. Because like, I eat 3 slices. I don't buy 3 slices. It's the same as a whole pie.
Yeah.
And like, what industry do you sell 3 things for
Slices
the price
are
of...
out of control. A specialty slice, $5. Plain slice, $2.50. That's how it needs to go.
Yeah. How are you selling 3/8 of a product for the same
They're
price
getting greedy,
as the
man.
whole product? You know what also does that? Ice cream shops. I worked at my friend's ice cream shop when I was like younger, and he was going over the books with me and stuff like that. And at the time, I think it was like an average cost of an ice cream cone to make was like 79 cents. And we were selling for like a large ice cream was like $3.19 or something. It was like great markup, you know? Like 4x pretty much.
That cold cream.
Yeah, and I was like, that's really good, dude. Like, I was like, this is a 4 or 5x every ice cream cone, dude. You can just throw them on the ground and still make profit, dude. Amazing.
That's a high profit margin.
Oh, dude.
That's like they have frozen yogurt places. The margins are crazy.
Dude, this is a private ice cream shop, and he just let me run it. Oh, wow, dude, what a travesty that place turned out to be. I was just playing the music. I got to choose the music. I was the only one to work there.
Isn't it? See, you know, I get so nervous about starting my own business, like in the sense of like the food world. Like I think about it oftentimes. I'm like, you know, life sucks at my normal job. Let me just buy a fucking building and put a cheesesteak joint here, or a pizza place here, or a bagel spot, or a coffee spot. And then you just get nervous. You're like, dude, I can't take that risk. But then you go into some of these businesses and you're like, how the hell are they running a business here?
That coffee shop?
Dude, anywhere. I mean, like, even some of these places we do open mics at. There's one in Phoenixville. I walked in there. I did a show there. They gave all the... I walked in and I sat down. It was a pretty big establishment. Right off the jump, it was empty in there. And I was like, crazy. This is a Thursday. This place should kind of be doing well. Like, it should be kind of loaded for the amount of space they have in here. And it just seemed like they were like, let's open a restaurant in this big building and we'll fill it. It's like, bro, no, you gotta start small and work up to that big building. But it was horrific in there. But there was one bartender working, 4 people at the bar, right? It took a while for him to come to me. He was busy making beers for other people. Because that's what it seemed like. It seemed like he was making them. And, man, so he gets those 3 beers. Then I ordered something, and he's like, what do you want? And I comp drink, you know, I got a comp drink. So I just get a little crazy with the comp drink. So I was like, I'll take a mojito. You know? It's like a $15 drink. I was like, it's like you comping me drinks? I was like, that's how I get paid. So it's like, you're going to have to take $15 from you.
Long Island.
So he makes the mojito, and I don't know shit about mojitos, but I do know that there's mint involved. And but again, I don't know shit about it. I wouldn't have called it out, as he's making it. And I'm sitting next to Yoda, and Yoda's like, "Hey, there's no mint." That's what he said. Yoda's like 40. He's like, "There's no mint in that." It's like, "How's it a mojito?" And I was like, "I don't know." And he brought it over, and he was like, "Yeah, man, it's on the house, man. We don't have any mint." And I was like, "Okay." But it was just like, and I just sat there and I was sipping it. I was like, "How is this a place?" I was like, "You have 5 drinks on your menu and you just don't have mint." I was like, "That's one of the main drinks. Yet alone, you had to Google it to make it."
You gotta find the right people.
But Jay was like, "What if this place was busy, man? That'd be a nightmare." And I was like, "Yeah, man, this guy would be struggling."
You gotta find the right people.
But that's the best thing about those places, because you walk in there and you're like, so that bar ended up lasting another 5 months. And you're like, damn. All right, so they went out of business. Obviously, you could tell like they weren't doing business right, but it just makes you feel like it's pretty easy to start a business and be successful.
Sometimes idiots make it work, dude. And sometimes you gotta find the right people. That's it. See that
Very
bar,
true.
that
And the right
bartender,
business.
that
And the right
bartender can only
location.
that bar's only ever gonna seat the amount of drinks that guy can make. People are just not gonna come back after they wait an hour.
Exactly right.
It's like you get shitty employees.
Like, that's the thing, though. It's like these people that open up bars. It's like, bro, did you ever watch an episode of Bar Rescue? Like, it takes one episode of Bar Rescue to be like, oh, that's how you run a bar.
Yeah.
And then you watch one season of it, you're like, I could run 3 bars tomorrow.
Yeah, it's impressive when you see like Gordon Ramsay owning 40 restaurants, because I'm like, you gotta be there. Like, how do you trust these miscreants?
Dude, I've been to bars all the time where some of my friends work at some of these bars and you just get overpoured all the time. You're like, damn, you're fucking the owner of her bad here.
Yeah.
Like you're fucking them out at like $500-600 right now.
Yeah, those kids just kicked you out of the coffee shop and didn't sell you coffee because...
I thought that was wild.
Yeah, that's because they don't give a crap.
That was so crazy to me.
Yeah. It's like, screw your coffee.
I was like, bro, you're in primetime coffee hours. It's fucking 5 o'clock. It's like, pop that fucking burner on. Make some coffee, man. I don't even want it hot. I want it iced.
I don't think 5 p.m. is primetime coffee hour, but...
That's a good time to get coffee. How old are you?
I understand what you're saying.
How old are you?
35.
Dude, what? Dude, that's like primetime coffee zone for you.
Yeah, but
5
like...
o'clock, you're like, man, give me a cup of Joe. We're ready to fucking lock in.
But I understand what you're saying, but for most of the world, it's not.
Dude, that's good shit, man.
Dude,
Nice cup of Joe at 5.
Dude, the only people who are drinking coffee at 5 p.m. are maybe comics, but
How
people
tired
in
are you
AA
when you-
meetings.
yeah,
The
I'm
only
so
people who are drinking
tired.
coffee at night are people in AA and NA meetings.
Well, I was at John and Peter's on Monday. This older guy. Ah, yeah, you're right. This guy was a comic. He was a musician.
Probably in
he
AA.
ordered 3. He ordered a round of coffees for the table. It was him and 2 older women. He was like, "I'll take 3 large coffees, and I need a bigger cup than the last time you gave me a cup."
You gotta go to a place that has coffee also.
Yeah.
A lot of like I'm in a lot of seedy bars that
It's
even if
crazy
they
that
had
bars
coffee,
don't have coffee. They should be offering coffee.
bro, most of the think about like
If I was a bar, I'd be like, "Coffee's free."
dude, imagine if Raven had coffee. Would you drink it?
No,
There you go.
I don't consume anything in that place.
There you go.
That place is bad. Did they get rid of that bar upstairs?
The 3rd floor or the 2nd?
Second.
No, it's still there.
It's still there? That's a damn shame. They need to get rid of that.
Dude, yo, I don't know if it has anything to do with me. I hope it has. I don't know. But like 3 weeks ago, I said to like one of the guys who were on the mics there, I'm like, yo, you need to get this second bar up here and just have them sell shots of vodka for $5 or $3. Just shots, no mixes.
They just need to get rid of that bar.
Dude,
Put more room for people in there. Like,
that could help too.
just
But,
have
like,
the bar downstairs be the bar.
yeah, that could help too. But that bar has never been open. But now, like the past 2 weeks, they've been up there just selling warm shots.
That guy
so I was like, I
sucks,
don't know
dude.
if that came from me or not, but I suggested that.
That guy's one of the dumbest owners ever. It's amazing. That's another one of those places where you're like, that's amazing how this place is still in business. Like, how are you paying your rent? I don't get it. Like, Chris Cotton died. I don't know if you know who that is. He was a comic in Philly. He was a nice dude. Only knew him for like 6 months, but then he died. But the guy, like, when he died, that guy made shirts and he like prepaid them. He bought a bunch of them. I heard rumors of that. I don't know how true this is, but he apparently bought a lot of shirts and he had them pre-made and nobody bought any. They were like the worst shirts ever.
That's very weird.
Yeah.
Straight trying to profit.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, that's a weird move, man. One, they make websites where you can have these like made as they're being ordered.
What's weird is like I've been there the past like month. It's like if he's gonna take the t-shirt route,
Well, he
like
painted off. He painted over the mural.
oh,
There used to be a mural there.
oh, I haven't. Oh, that's great. Of the kid?
Of the dude, yeah, it was a guy. He was like 40 something, but it was on the wall. It was like if you're on stage facing the crowd, it was on the left on the wall there.
Oh,
The mural wasn't great.
oh.
It like was a bad representation of Chris Godden.
If you're gonna like sell t-shirts, don't profiteer off death. Like the past month, they could have just sold like Eagle shirts. You know, probably made a crush. Like,
It's
killed
crazy.
It, you know?
Like, that is a weird world, man. I would love to be on the end of. I wish I could get a job in that, catching counterfeiters and trademark
Like
infringements.
catching them.
Yeah, I mean, it's so easy. It's like the amount of people that pop up these weird Etsy stores that just sell like Annabelle stuff. I mean, like they're turning money hand over fist. It's like such a weird thing.
I was walking down the street like 3
There's
blocks
so
down the
many
road.
people doing it, and I'm like, how are these people not going to jail? Like, I'm like, that's such an easy thing to do. Like make your own birds merch and sell it.
Dude, 3 blocks in the middle of the neighborhood. 3 days ago, or right before the Super Bowl, someone set up a stand, like a lemonade stand, but just was selling fake Eagle shirts just in the middle of the neighborhood, like a Girl Scout.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah,
It's like as soon as they put the logo on it is where it gets illegal. But if you just say like Bird Gang or Bird Club, like you can get away with that.
Yeah.
But like if it's like Philadelphia Eagles on it, then it's just like ooh,
Fake jersey,
Ooh,
yeah.
You're fucking with the NFL now.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I bought a lot of stuff out of parking lots, dude.
Me too.
Most of
Good deals.
my stuff
I
is out
sell
of
a lot
parking
of fake
lots.
jerseys.
Yeah.
I mean, but I buy them as fake. I mean, I get them at yard sales for like $2, sell them for $10, $20.
Jerseys are expensive.
And people that are buying them know they're fake too. They don't care.
Yeah, dude. I mean, honestly, I'll buy a fake jersey. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, apparently they just shut all that down. I got a fake jersey recently from
yeah?
eBay. It said it came from Oregon, but it actually came from Shenzhen, China.
Can
or
you
something.
like sell it on eBay, like labeled fake?
No, you wouldn't want to label it as fake or replica. Like the eBay will strip it. They'll just take it down.
So just put jersey.
That's what these people did. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how they got away with it.
Whatever, dude. Fuck it.
Yeah, it showed up in my house. They infringed not only on Nike but also the NFL. So it was the two of them.
Good for.
Because they're fake Nike jerseys.
That's the key to the world, dude. Is just finding how to get over them.
It's amazing, man. The counterfeit world's so amazing. I mean, there's a company in China. I work in MRO, manufacturing equipment, and it's just like fascinating. There's a company called Allen Bradley. You're familiar with this? It's a company that makes like everything for manufacturing companies, like conveyor belts and shit.
Okay.
And man, these bastards have a monopoly. They have a monopoly, but nobody says it. Nobody talks about it. But the way they do it is, it's like they make these parts, and they'll set like a button to start a machine or stop a machine, like a giant conveyor belt for like Amazon or something. These buttons, they'll make them like $400 or $500 a button, and then they'll like be like, okay, 5 years has gone by, let's obsolete that button and make a new button. But the new button's only going to work with our new operating system. And if everybody wants it, they're going to have to get the new operating system. But the new operating system's $100,000. So it's like a kind of weird game where they do that. And so Allen Bradley, you're not allowed to sell Allen Bradley unless you're authorized distributor, right? So you know how Allen Bradley makes their parts, though? They send the blueprints to China, to a factory, and tell them to make the parts, right? Mm-hmm. They'll send the blueprints over there. They'll be like, hey, make us 50,000 of these parts. And they'll be like, all right, sure. And then they'll make 100,000 of those parts. Send them the 50,000, and then they'll just have a warehouse loaded with these parts, and they'll just be pumping and dumping them on eBay.
Okay.
From China, selling them at like a fraction of the cost.
Okay.
And it's like crazy because like Joe Schmo like us, right? Wouldn't it make sense for me or you to just buy that part and sell it in America? Well, guess what? They won't let you because we're not authorized distributors.
Gotta become an authorized distributor, dude.
Yeah, but Allen Bradley won't let you.
Yeah, well, of course.
It's just funny. It's just crazy, but it's the counterfeiting. I'm like, damn, they're counterfeiting that. I was like, that's crazy. They're counterfeiting everything.
Yeah, clothes, watches. anything.
I'd buy. There's a handful of fake shit I'd buy. I'd buy a fake. I have some fake watches, but I mean, it's like I don't wear them.
Yeah.
But they're cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not in I'm not in the circles to whereas if I showed up with a fake watch, people would be like, ugh, you know, like
Yeah, me either.
like,
No, nobody. Exactly right. Nobody would say anything. Like if I was wearing a fake watch, they'd just be like, "Cool watch."
Yeah, I show up in the circles where I show up with a fake Rolex. People are gonna be like, "Nice fake Rolex," because there's no way that's real. Like,
Yeah.
that's all that's gonna happen.
That's fun too.
Yeah, like I'm not flexing anything fake on anyone. They're just gonna be like, "Oh," and then move on.
It gets in a weird point too, where I wouldn't want to spend that much money.
Fake only matters when like you can afford real, I guess, right?
Yeah, even if I could afford real, I wouldn't even want to buy the real stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Well, I mean, I wouldn't want to wear it to own it. You know, I'd buy something and flip it, but
that's what you do.
like even with like people ask me, they were like, "Would you go to the Super Bowl if you had the money to go? Like, would you buy a $5,000 ticket?" I'm like, these ticket prices get into a weird point
I
for
think
me.
it's like 10 grand is the average price.
For me to enjoy an event, it has to be in the range of $150. That's where I'm at. Can't be over $150. If it's over $150, then I'm sitting there like, I could have bought some cool shit and sat at home and watched this.
Dude, yeah. Concert prices have gone way past waves, dude.
Concert prices, that's something where I'm like, that's even lower. I'm talking like, if I was going to go see an event, it'd be like a comedy show. I'd spend $150 to see somebody big. But concert wise, I'm like, I think I'd cap out at like $100 maybe.
Yeah. I can't even, dude. I'm not even going to see bands I like. I used to go see so many concerts just because, like, you could go see. I used to go see 20, 30 concerts a summer just because, like, 20 or 30 concerts cost you like $1,000 over the summer. That's like 4.
I like
concerts
no-brainer
now.
concerts that are cheap as shit, like Camden.
Yeah.
Last summer,
Oh yeah, I went to Hootie and the Blowfish last summer. $30.
bro, it was crazy. Snoop Dogg was $10. It was like Snoop Dogg and Wiz, Too Short, Warren G, a bunch of weird rappers. That was $10.
Yeah, there's like weird gems you'll find.
50 Cent, he was $10.
Weird gems you'll find.
I was like, that's a gem. I was like, I'll go see 50 Cent for $10.
Yeah,
I was
if
like,
I saw
I feel
50
like I'm
Cent tickets for
losing
$10.
money by not going to see
yeah, if
him.
I saw that, I would go. I'd go to it. Yeah. Yeah, I can't. Like, I'm not going to see people that are coming around this year on purpose because I know their tickets are like $100.
Like, exactly. Like, I have no urge to go see, like, Kendrick Lamar. I think he's cool, but I saw him in college for $20. And he wasn't super famous. He was doing all of his cool songs that I like, his hits. And now it's just like, I'm not interested in going to see him and SZA.
My lady's going to that concert.
It's expensive.
It's I think well her friend
Right?
her friend got 2 tickets and I think they were $180 a piece or
Where
something.
is it? Like, far?
I think Wells Fargo.
So far back, though.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know where it's at.
I know, like, Drake tickets are like, if you want to sit anywhere close, like $1,000 or something. And I'm like, who's spending $1,000 to go here?
Nah, rap concerts suck, dude.
I'd be pissed off if I was standing up close, standing for $1,000.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say all rap concerts suck. Maybe there are some that stand out, like Travis Scott seems pretty cool. It's like a very.
I want to get into
like a
sneak.
thing.
I want to sneak into more stuff.
Yeah, but like most, dude, every rap concert I've been to is not good.
I haven't been to a rap concert in a while.
They're not good. They're not fun. It's just a guy on stage rapping. It's not like it's not like going to a rock show and watching crowd surfing. That's like fun. You know what I'm saying?
I went to a rock show though. It was strange. It was a Led Zeppelin cover band.
Oh, I went to a Red Zeppelin cover band.
I can't remember who it was. It was Kashmir.
Oh, cool. Where at?
Keswick Theater.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I won tickets on the radio.
Oh, that's pretty
What
cool.
you know about that?
What, when you take us on the radio?
Yeah, nobody wins tickets on the radio. It's,
No, I didn't even know you still do
it's
that.
kind of like if an event can't sell out well, they do these giveaways where they just give out like a mass amount of tickets. And they're like, we'll make the money on the drinks.
Well, the problem is you got to listen to the radio, and that's hard to do.
No, you don't. You just, if you listen to the, well, I guess if you do hear it briefly on the radio, they're like, if somebody's giving out the tickets, they're like, we're giving out tickets to our next caller to go to this event, and they tell you where it's at. You just show up. You just show up at that place at the event time, and you just say, I won tickets on the radio. They don't check your name. They don't check names.
Oh, it's a hard life hack.
They just, yeah, it's a hard life hack. They don't give a shit. I've done this like 6 or 7 times now with the free movie ones. Like, they'll be like, you want tickets to our early screening of Star Wars? It's like, fuck yeah. It's like, you just don't call in, you don't do anything, you just show up on the date, and you're like, hey, I want tickets on the radio, and they're like, cool, there's your stuff.
I can't believe this actually works.
Yeah, so that's where the line gets fun.
All right, have you done that?
Yeah, I've done that multiple times. My new favorite lie is that I bought, like, anytime I see an event where they're selling tickets, and I'm like, I want to go to this event. Since I'm a solo rider now, it's like I'm like done taking dates to shows anymore. I'm like, why am I spending 2 tickets taking a date here? This is ridiculous.
Not at concerts.
I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not doing it. I took a chick to Dan Soder, and I was like, she like didn't appreciate Soder as much as I did. I don't think.
Oh yeah, well. Yeah.
I was fanboying. I was like, man, this guy's murdering. I was like, his opener. I was like, did you see he put that guy in front of him? I was like, I was murdering. She was like.
So anyway, this means nothing to me.
Yeah, it meant nothing to her. She didn't appreciate it, so I was like, whatever. You're not coming anymore. But my new thing is, so you buy these tickets, you buy the cheapest ticket possible to any event you go to, and the game is like, you go there first, you see how the people are around you, and you let security calm down a little bit, because at first, when the show first opens, security's a little hype at first. You know, they're like, where are you sitting? Where's your ticket? Are you sure you're sitting there? And it's like, you gotta wait for the dust to settle a little bit. And then you get up and you start working your way down. Like Kevin Hart did the Met in December, and I saw that he was doing it. He was doing 2 nights. It was like a Wednesday and a Thursday, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I was like, maybe I'll go see him. And I missed those 2 nights, and he added a Friday show, and I was like, damn. It's like, how hard is this guy crushing that he's opening up a Friday show? And then I was like, I have free time. I could go there, and then I was like, nah. And then I didn't. And then what do you know? 2 more shows, Saturday, Sunday. I was like, Jesus Christ, Kev, like, calm down, buddy. Like, you don't got to do all these shows. And I was like, maybe I should go see him. And tickets were like $30 or $40 in the nosebleeds. And I was like, that's like kind of reasonable for Kevin Hart. Yeah. So I bought it. And I sat there maybe in the nosebleeds for maybe 10 seconds. And then I was like, this is dumb. And I literally stood up and just walked straight down. And I was sitting in the 4th row by the time Kevin Hart got on. But then I think I had more fun just from the rush of like,
I like the Met.
Sitting where I was. I was like, I shouldn't be here right now. It's crazy. So this guy next to me probably spent $700 on these seats.
Oh yeah, I watched.
That's the fun thing too, is watching people getting pissed off at you because you're having a good time.
Oh, I watched that happen. Yeah, like you'll see people like sit in seats that you know they don't belong.
And the worst was the Flyers game for me. I mean, not for me. It was a fucking blast, dude. It was an overtime win. And I was sitting on the ice behind the net. December 21st. I mean, I was like on TV and shit. You could see me on TV. But I'm sitting next to this guy and his son. The guy was pissed off because he was like, I spent like $400 on these, dude. You know? But his son and his son, I mean, me and his son were having a great time. We were just high-fiving and shit, banging on the glass.
I feel like sports venues are like easier to...
I felt like the Flyers was easier than the Sixers. I had a buddy who was like, I have a couple of... And that's the thing. When you go with a buddy, you got to go with a cool buddy because like some buddies they don't want to sneak down.
Yeah,
I got a couple that are like, dude, you get in trouble, dude. I'm like, bro, what's the worst thing that's gonna happen to us? They're gonna be like, hey man, you can't sit here. I'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, I got lost.
Yeah,
my phone died and I got lost.
Nah, like if you go to like the Eagles game, you can get into any seat section pretty much.
I'll tell you what,
not the boxes. You can't
at the Sixers. I was shocked to see this. Like at the Flyers game, I've never talked to a security guard there. Like not once. Like you bring alcohol in there, you do whatever you want in the Flyer Stadium. The Sixers game, I went to one game and it was like Fort Knox getting in there. Like it was like I had 4 people pat me down walking in, and then I got in there and then I got to my seat and there was 3 fans sitting in front of us, and I could tell that it wasn't their seats, but the security guard to my left was like, right off the jump was like, yo, I know the 3 of you don't sit there. That's Mrs. Harris's seats. I was like, oh shit. I was like, I've never seen that at the Flyers game. Like nobody knows where anybody sits at the Flyers game, you know? But it's crazy that security guard was like, oh, no, I know fans in the section. Like I know where they sit. Because there's more games too, I guess.
That's funny. Oh yeah. He probably sees regulars there.
He probably sees them all the time.
I didn't even think about that. That's very funny.
Yeah.
I was going to the aquarium the other week and I got randomly selected for a pat down the screen. I felt a little way about it.
Oh, wait, what game?
At the aquarium.
At the aquarium. What?
Yeah, I got.
What do they think they're trying to get in there? They're like, dude, we got to stop this guy from bringing in a fucking spear gun.
Yeah, like
last time we caught him up top trying to take down a whale.
Yeah, I was bringing in a taser or something. Like, I don't know, but yeah, I felt a way about it. I was like trying to say like I looked the most seedy out of all the people.
They were like,
here.
"Hey, buddy, so you haven't read Moby Dick lately, have you? You know, like, I mean, you don't want to kill any animals in here." Yeah, that's crazy getting patted down before you go into a zoo or like an aquarium like that.
Yeah, I mean it is in Camden, so
where yeah, but it's just like, what do they think's gonna pop off in there?
I don't know. Camden
Something
sucks.
had to have happened for them to put that protocol in place, right?
Yeah, any white guy with tattoos patting down.
I bet they're not even looking for weapons. They're looking for like glue and adhesives. You know,
chemicals.
Yeah, just things that like protesters would use to like, like glue their hand to like the tank.
It is crazy.
And then we're like, damn, this guy's hand's glued to the tank. Like, how are we gonna get this off?
Yeah, what if someone went in there with a bunch of chemicals to kill animals? It'd be crazy. I'd be like, what?
That's crazy too.
Like,
yeah.
What do? Yeah. Oh.
Animal testing, huh? You know.
Dude, oh my God.
They just uncovered a shit ton of animal testing.
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, like, it's hard to, like, ignore this shit. Like me, you can't even publicly talk about it. People think you're crazy. They're like, dude, you're gonna support Elon? It's like, bro, like, I don't know. He's making some valid points here right now. Like the most three that I heard recently that were just absolutely insane to me was, like, I think they're studying, like, city frogs and country frogs, the difference in their mating calls. I heard like 11 million goes to that a year, or like 1.3 million a year is going there, or more than that. I heard it's like 11 million or something.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Animal testing's out of control. Apparently.
I heard that they're only allowed to retire like 10,000 people a month.
Yeah.
Because it's all on paper still.
Dude.
Like, the shit was blowing my mind. I was like, is this shit real, dude? I was like, this sounds made up. Like, I was like, they're not doing real studies on these toads, are they? They probably are.
Yeah, dude. If you really want to like get into all the things, like there's so many videos of them just going over the list of all the things they can spend money on.
I'd like to see an itemized list of all this money and get a full total on all of the money. But it is insane. I mean, it didn't shock me. I was like kind of aware that some of that shit was happening. I was like, bro, it's like it has to be happening. Like, you see some of these people running restaurants. Back to that, you know, it's just like, if they're able to do that, like, they're getting away. People are getting away with stuff.
Oh yeah.
There's so much money out here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it is a funny thing that's watching the people right now. Like a lot of people hate Elon. A lot of people love him. I like it's basically, I think that people. I think the hate Trump thing got so worn out that everyone's like, all right, dude, like, fuck, like, we're so tired of it. So now we need a new guy. And of course, like, I think that's kind of what it is, you know?
Kanye's that guy is fun to, right now. I mean, the hate, like, in the sense that, you know, it's just like,
yeah.
And it's a shame. The downfall of that guy is insane.
Yeah.
I don't think you can come back from this.
What? His popularity?
His latest thing that he did. He dropped the swastika t-shirts on his website.
I mean, I don't know. It's funny. It's funny.
It was wild.
Like when someone sent me, someone texted me, he's like, "This is the only thing on his website," and text me, and I was like, "That's pretty funny."
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I find dark things funny, but like to only have one item and then you chose that.
He was like I was like, man, what if he was on like some super genius shit where he was just like, yeah, we're gonna sell these shirts, see who buys them, and then we'll just know where all the racists are.
Yeah. See?
You know? Like, I was like, that's pretty genius. If you're trying to locate racists, you're like, oh, let's just sell some swastika t-shirts. Like, you have to be pretty racist to buy this.
I want to know what his intent is so bad behind it.
Like, part of me was like, man, marketing for this album's getting out of control. I was like, he's really laying into this bully. That's the name of the new album. It's called Bully.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I was like, is he just being a bully? Like,
I saw a video of him the other day he put up. He was like going down to save Kodak Black, who was in Atlanta.
Yeah, I saw that. It was
eating
wild.
Chicken on the streets, and he's like, I got to go down here and save this guy. I'm like, good for you, Kanye.
Yeah.
You know, still doing community service, even though. doing all this other stuff. You know, I'm a big Kanye fan. It's hard to rep publicly anymore.
It's so tough, man. Because me at this point, I'm fucking over it. I can't get behind the guy anymore. But it was one of those things where it was just like I liked what he was doing for a brief moment there. I was like, man. I was like, all of his clothing is $20. Shoes are $20. Slippers $20. Rain boots $20. I was like, nothing is $20 anymore. I was like, everything is like $50 to $100 if you're trying to buy something like that. You want to buy a pair of Nikes, $180. This guy's competing with him. He was punching him, and then out of nowhere he just dropped this shirt, and I was like, oh, dude. Like the way I found out, it was brutal because it was like the day of the Super Bowl, he dropped like 4 new pairs of sneakers, and I was like, cool, I'll cop one of each. I was like, this would be a cool review. And then I was like, the next morning I woke up, I was like, maybe I got the wrong size. Let me go back on this website and just order one of the other size too. And I'll compare the sizes. That would make for good content. I was like, I'm still under $100 on this video. And the only thing available on that website was that swastika shirt. And I was like, fuck. Fuck, dude. I was like, now I gotta like return all this other shit. I was like,
nah, if you think about it, like that's the best review you can give. It's like, all right, guys, today we're reviewing the swastika shirt.
It was crazy.
Great thread count.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. I just don't know. Like, I don't know what his end game was. I mean, his end game is like not having a career, I guess.
Dude, that's what the crazy part is.
The website shut down now. I mean, like, now I'm curious to like how it all unfolds. It's like, all right, he has $80 of mine that now I'm like, yo, are you sending me this shit? Or am I like, should I be canceling this?
Oh, man.
I'm conflicted too because it's like, man, the resale value on some of this stuff is crazy. Like the rain boots, I spent $20 on. The resale value right now is $840.
What do you think the resale value on the swastika shirts is going to be?
I don't know. Probably something crazy.
What were they selling? Do you know what they're selling for?
You can't sell that anywhere.
No, I mean, like, what were they selling for on the website?
$20.
Reasonable for a t-shirt.
It's wild. Like, it's just wild. I mean, like, in my days of reselling, these flea markets are wild places. There's a lot of racists out there. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them floating around at these flea markets. A lot of guys. And, like, the only thing that's, like, somewhat historically cool about that flag, in the sense of that shit, is that the backstory being that an American soldier killed some Nazi, shot that Nazi in the face, and then took the shit off of him and brought it back to America. That's the only cool aspect of that being in America. But even when you see the flag at these fucking, or a coin or anything at these fucking flea markets, you're just like, bro, I would never buy that. Like, where would you put that? Like, although the story is cool that you're like, yeah, like, my grandfather shot a Nazi in the face and then he took that off of him and brought it back. It's like a patch or something. But you're just like, yeah, man, but you can't really, like, we can do hang that up. No.
Well, didn't Segura give Kreischer, gave him Hitler's tea set?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah. So
that's interesting.
There's a market for that.
There's definitely a market for it.
Dude, there's a market for Nazi stuff.
But the problem is you're not allowed to sell it, which is crazy. But it's like, it's just like a weird thing. I'm like, yeah, like obviously personally, I don't go out and hunt for that stuff and try to profit off that. Like, that's not like something I'm like, oh, this is cool. But as American history, though, I'm like, that's cool in the sense of like, oh, but that's the only way it's cool. I'm like, oh yeah, some American just kicked down some Nazi Gestapo's door and just walked and shot all the Nazis in the face in there, like, and just took everything they had.
So you wouldn't like get like a
Band of Brothers. You ever watch those old guys telling stories?
Yeah.
It's some. My favorite story on there is about the guy who was like, he's like, yeah, man, we got hit with an artillery strike, and that's how you just know it's just like times are different, man. Like, he got hit with an artillery strike, lost his arm. And as the homies were dragging him back to a medical tent, he was like, yo, man, stop. I need one of you to go get my watch off my wrist on my arm that I lost.
That's badass.
It's pretty badass, you know? I like to think that some grandkids walking around with that wristwatch on his wrist, and he's just like, man, it's cool.
Yeah. You give that watch to your grandkid.
Yeah.
This like, I got blown off my arm.
Wild backstory on that. You're just like, that's crazy.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't like, you would never like partake in like buying like a Nazi memorabilia to resell?
Nothing. I don't participate in anything racist like that.
Okay.
I've seen some fucked up shit at these flea markets, and just like some shit that people say, it's just fucked up, and you're like, bro, like who, like you just want to like punch an old dude in the face, and you're like, I will go to jail. Like, what are you doing, dude?
Like what?
I had this one dude, he came up to me and he showed me a picture of like, it was bad. It was like slavery times, and I was just like, he's like, yo, you want to see something cool? That's how he said it to me, and I was like, no. Well, I didn't say no. I didn't say anything, you know. He just showed it to me. He's like, "Yeah, you want to see something cool?" And he showed it to me, and I was this photo, and I was like, "Bro, why would you do that?" It's like, "Why would you show me that?" First of all, why would you lead off with "This is cool"? Like, that's not cool. I was like, "This is not cool."
Because he thought he looked at you and was like, "This guy
with it, man." And
thinks
that's
this
the
would
problem
be cool.
with it. That nothing makes me more uncomfortable than a white dude that thinks I'm cool with like being racist, and like that pisses me off. Like the other day, man, I was in my house. Like me, I'm quick to, I'll draw the line now, quick. Like, cause like I'm not fucking around anymore, man. I'm like, I'm not gonna have you assume that you think I'm cool with that. I'm clear with it, man. If I hear a white dude say the N-word, I'm like, yo, I'm not cool with that.
Yeah.
I'm straight up with him, and I'm dead honest with him too. Like yesterday, I was in my apartment. I live in the suburbs, bro.
Right.
It's a nice area. Like you can leave your door unlocked and shit. This kid lives under me. It's a homie. Mm-hmm. I've known this kid over 10 years, over 20 years now. Mm-hmm. Same wrestling team and whatnot. And he's got a family down there. The guy on the first floor, he's moved out. They moved out. There's some construction guys down there now, just painting and stuff. And I'm sitting in my house, man. Windows are shut, everything, and man, I heard the N-word like maybe 6 or 7 times, and man, I was like, there is no black dudes down there. I was like, that's crazy. I fucking lost my shit, dude. I went down there, I was just like, yo guys, what's going on down here? So what's going on down here, man? Like, I was like, what does the side of your van say? I was like, I got the side of your van on the, I was like, bro, like, I was like, just look where you are. I was like, you can't be talking like this, dude. I was like, I have neighbors, man. I was like, you're lucky, man. I was like, you're lucky my homie's not home right now. I was like, I'll be down here fucking you up with them. It made it real awkward for those guys.
It's weird because like I'm thinking, it's like you're like,
I was like, bro, you got to keep it down. I was like, I'm not cool with racist people.
Well, I mean, like I guess since everyone's assuming you are, you got to make it very known. Like people are coming up to you, be like, yeah, just I know you like this racist shit.
I do. My black friends, man. I was talking to one of them a while ago. He told me that he's like, white people just randomly call him the N-word sometimes, which I was like, bro, that's not happening. But now I'm like, after I heard that, I was like, maybe it is happening, dude. I was like, maybe it is happening, and now I'm like, fuck, this is actually a problem. I think it's like a big problem still. It's like a crazy problem now. I'm like, I didn't know that many people were still using the N-word like that.
I don't hear it ever, dude.
I never hear it, but like it was like so out of the blue for me to hear it from my like work from home. I was like, bro, what is going on right now? I was like, who is yelling the N-word at the top of their lungs right now? I was like, this is a problem. They're not singing songs down there. And even then, you know, I fucking self-censor. I'm not fucking sitting there saying it in songs.
It's happened over in King of Prussia, dude. Got some clan meetings over there.
Dude, it's not even King of Prussia. It's in Eagleville. It's a nicer town. It's a nice town. I was like, yeah, man, take that trash out of here, dude. That's what I told the dude. I was like, you can't be doing that up here, man.
I've been to Eagleville.
I was like, you're not gonna say that. You're not gonna talk like that around here. The guy just looked at me and he was like, all right, man, my bad. I was like, yeah, man. I was like, it is your bad.
I lived at Eagleville for a year.
Eagleville, PA?
Yeah.
What are you doing over there?
Time in jail.
Would you stay with Cosby?
Yeah,
Cosby was in that jail.
Different times. No, I didn't address in Eagleville for a year.
I drove by that jail when they were booking Cosby randomly. I was at Uber and like Cosby was like going to court that day. That was down in Norristown. I drove by it.
Yeah, it's a big thing, dude.
It was crazy.
Yeah,
I saw my car on the news as I was driving by. It was cool. I was like, that's me.
They book him in Montgomery County?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be so amazing to be on a block and watch Bill Cosby come in.
Yeah, it's at a weird...
You don't get celebrities in that jail.
It's crazy how he's still alive.
Yeah. He still lives up in Elkins Park, dude. I just looked up his address the other day.
He looked like in bad shape when he was in jail, and then he got out of jail and he like looked like a little bit better.
Yeah.
I was like, was that part of it? Like, they make him look bad on purpose?
Yeah. Sometimes I look up his address just to see like how far I am from his house at any given time.
That was a shocking moment in time. That was about as shocking as the Diddy shit.
Yeah, people didn't see it coming.
Right? Like, I didn't see that coming anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the Diddy shit, it's all hindsight. You hear the Diddy shit, you're like, I love all the suspect shit that comes out now.
Yeah.
I mean, Jay-Z said he wasn't boys with him, man, but they got a song where he's like, survive boys in the building tonight. And at that point, you're like, bro, you guys are kind of friends, right?
No, dude, we're at a point where I don't even hear a celebrity's name. Like, I hear a celebrity's name and my immediate go-to is that person's a pedo, and then I'll work backwards and maybe they're not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my immediate, it's like, they're probably pedo, let's work backwards. All right, Joe Pesci's probably cool. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's so interesting now that it's like, that's like the new thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of these pedos out there.
Oh, dude, so many.
There's so many. It's like, how did none of these dudes end up on Chris Hansen's show?
Dude.
They were just like smart.
The new thing is like YouTubers catching pedos. You seen this?
I do that.
Like Gideon. And...
I'll be honest, that's super entertaining to me. I love seeing a pedo get caught in public.
Dude, that's like a new thing.
And then they're just like, yeah, man, we just want to talk to you, man. And then it's like usually just like an open fist slap or something. Like they beat the shit out of this guy for a little bit. And I'm like, this guy needs way worse. But
yeah, they've taken what Chris Henson laid out, which is great. A great format. Kept finding a pedo and sitting him down.
Chris
That's
Hansen
great,
walked
entertaining.
so they could run.
Yeah. But then these YouTubers is like taking it a whole step further where they just troll the person for 30 minutes, you know?
They
They're
shave
just like,
his head.
Yeah, they'll
they
like
write pedo
troll
on his forehead.
to
It's
make
crazy.
fun of him. Yeah, let's like be on his side. They'll pretend to be on his side just to like
I love when the internet gets a hold of shit too.
Oh yeah.
Like the internet just gets people's back now. Like that one Packers fan that was getting grilled at an Eagles game.
What was it? Oh yeah.
And like that guy who was doing it like lost his job and everything like that. Everybody was like, oh, they found out who he was like real quick.
That's how it goes, dude.
It's the best.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, the internet's got people's backs now.
Yeah, it is funny when you watch like a video of someone. I just saw a video of someone spray painting someone's store, and the guy's like, "Yo, what's the heck?" And they walk off and smiling and shit, and then like video pops up. The guy's like, "I found him," and he puts up all their information and stuff.
It's amazing, dude.
Then you hit the comment section, like
Just
all
like
the
some super geniuses
out
out there that are like, "This is what I like to do. I'm gonna be Batman for my house and just find out who this guy is."
Oh yeah, it's
just
so good.
Let them know.
Yeah, dude, they had a whole thing up in Canada where like someone was like torturing cats on video, and like a whole community got together.
About
this.
They
made a documentary about it.
Yeah, the documentary. What was it called? It was like Cat something.
Yeah, Cat Killer or something like that.
Bro,
yeah.
I heard about that, and I was like, I'm not watching this. I was like, I was like, nothing about that.
Well, you don't need to know much about it besides some nerds found the guy online.
Yeah.
It's good though. It's nice to know at any point in time if people want to, they'll find you.
Yeah.
They'll find who you are. You're in these Big Brother when you got people on a laptop.
I would love to be on that show.
I was talking. Yeah,
I try to be on that show so much. I used to send a submission video every year. I haven't sent one in about a year now, but
what? You continuously send in Big Brother?
Yeah. Sarah Bell and I were talking about filming my next video to submit to Survivor.
Okay.
And for Big Brother, I got to shoot a new video. I mean, I don't know. Whatever I'm doing, it's not working. But that I also have to get shredded. Or I just wait till I'm like 45 and I'm the old guy.
Yeah, you gotta be all. Yeah, you don't want to be on like Love Island.
You have to be shredded to be on any of these shows.
Yeah, I didn't, dude. That's funny. Your ambition in life is like to be on
I would crush it on Big Brother. I would win that show.
Dude, you should have got on the Beast Game show.
I tried.
5
dude,
mil.
I got pretty far into the Squid Game, the challenge on Netflix. The hiring process for that. I made it to like the 4th or 5th stage in that. They were telling me, they were like, get a passport, buddy. You're going to be out in Europe. That's what they were telling me. And then I met with Netflix, and it just, I don't think it went well.
Oh, you got to have an individual interview with Netflix?
There's like 2 people from Netflix and like 1 person from like the hiring agency that was like, that got me that far.
And what they were like, we don't like your
I just
vibe.
never got a call back.
Damn.
Yeah, it was fucking unfortunate. I was so ready to win that. I was gonna win that.
Bro, seeing on Squid Games would be cool.
I was like believing. I was like prepping to like quit my job and shit. I was like, cool. I was like, I'm gonna fucking be gone.
Like 100%
from, like,
confident.
January. I was like, I'm going on vacation from January to February anyway. Like,
Game's like
I'll be
high.
gone until March.
Most of it's based on complete luck. Like, this is mine.
100% luck.
I'm pretty sure, dude. That is fucking awesome. Your goal is to be.
I do
on
like
a
that
game show.
it is starting to become a little bit more attainable in the sense of like, oh, if he keeps pumping out Beast Game shows where he's gonna have 2,000 contestants every time, it's like it's gonna be pretty easy to get on one of those.
You should just start. Yeah, if you think you're like mass sending out like to family, if you just get a.
It's gonna be crazy with Big Brother soon. I'm just gonna start sending them publicly to Big Brother, being like, "Yo, guys, why can't I be on the show?" I mean, it's like part of me thinks that it's like you have to be specific.
Do you want to be on a reality show or would you go on like game show?
That's a reality show still, I think.
Would you go?
I'm sure some of that's like kind of scripted.
Would you do game show or you want to be?
I
On
would do
reality
any of these shows. I would do any show.
Nice. Jeopardy.
I could do that. I mean, I wouldn't be happy about it. I would do
Of
it.
all shows
would
I
fucking
finally
do
make it on, it's the
Yeah.
one I'm gonna
I'd
leave
be
with
miserable
nothing.
on there.
You're
Yeah.
gonna get smoked by this nerd.
Yeah, I'm like, I know nothing, man.
Yeah, that I could do all right
Give
on
me
Wheel of
sports
Fortune.
teams for 100.
Yeah, dude, you seen the Wheel of Fortune? Dude, I love watching game show bloopers like Wheel of Fortune. Dude can't pronounce like Hercules. Oh,
Yeah.
no, he messed up Achilles and they didn't give it to him. Like, oh,
My favorite now is to like. I'm actually becoming one of those people too, where it's like I see something wrong on the internet and I'll attack a company for being a dick.
Okay.
Like, what did the one I saw? It was like this UMass student shot a half-court shot, and the insurance company like that promised to pay $10K if the student makes the half-court shot. Like was like, oh, this foot was on the line, we're not paying it. And it was like clearly like, was this foot on the line? It was just kind of like they didn't want to pay $10K. But then like I spent like a good hour and a half trying to figure out what the insurance company's name was, so I could just send them fucking angry emails for no reason, just for no reason. I get excited off shit like that now.
that's fun.
It is fun.
I was watching a video. This guy back in the '90s made a full court shot for $1 million at a Bulls game, and then the fucking Bulls didn't give him the money.
I saw that, and then Jordan paid him, right?
Well, yeah, Jordan.
Jordan pressed them.
Heard about it. Yeah, Jordan like walked up and found him. Was like, they heard, and then he saw it in the news, and then he saw the guy a year later and walked up to him. He's like, "Yo, did you get your money?" And turns out Jordan went back. And he was like, "Yo, you gotta get this dude money. We're not playing."
I recently heard Jordan like lost a shit ton of money on that GameStop short, and that's why he had to sell the Hornets.
Oh, word. Short of GameStop. That's
Yeah, but he was on the other end of it.
Okay.
He was the guy getting shorted.
Of the whole GameStop spike?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he got like fucked. People say he lost upwards of 600 million on that.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Yikers, dude.
He's got to be worth a couple billion now, right?
He's definitely worth a bill, or was at least, before that whole thing. Yeah, dude. Air Jordan, he crushed the game. He's doing good for himself. Yeah, if Dr. Dre's a billionaire, then
More money, more problems.
Jordan's gotta be, dude. Jordan's son just got arrested the other day. Did you see that?
I saw that. That was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'm Michael Jordan's son. And they're like, fuck you.
I can't remember what he did. He did some weird
He drove
outlandish
onto the
shit.
train tracks like 100 yards.
He did
onto the
something
train
weird
tracks.
though after. I know he was like sitting in his car and he was like requesting they play a weird song.
Oh, I didn't watch all that.
Yeah.
I just saw that he was like, I'm Michael Jordan's son. And like, you drove on the train tracks. He's like, I can back out. He's like, dude, you're going to jail.
Yeah.
It's pretty much what it was. He drove far on the train tracks.
He's an interesting cat.
Who, Jordan?
His son.
His son? Yeah, banging Scottie
Kevin
Pippen's
Hart
wife.
dismantled Jordan's kids in his last stand-up special. When I
didn't
saw him
watch it.
live, he spent like 20 minutes talking about Jordan's kids. He's like, I don't give a fuck. Jordan doesn't like me anyway. It was funny as shit. I was like, wow, good for him. I was like, this is funny. This is making me laugh.
I didn't watch that special. I just know his kid was like banging Scottie Pippen's ex-wife. I'm like, that's
I thought that was a wild fucking web. I was like, they're getting married. I was like, what the fuck is going on right now?
dude. I don't know how you be a basketball player and then get married. Like,
Dude, if I was
has
Pippen,
it
I
ever
would've
turned
killed
out well for
myself.
any of these guys?
I'd be so pissed if I was Pippen. I'd be like, dude, my fucking teammate's son is slamming my wife right now. I was like, how's this happening? How did they even hang out? How did they meet up?
Dude, there's basketball wives, dude.
Wait, you ever seen that show?
No.
You ever see any of those shows, like The Real Housewives of New York or whatever?
Just watched like clips.
I think it was like Jersey. I was dating this girl one time, and that's like was her favorite show. And I was like, I'm gonna give this a run. And it turned out the show's pretty good. It's pretty entertaining. I didn't care about what the women were doing. I was curious to what the men were doing. I was like, oh, so how do these guys have so much money? And they would never tell you how. I was like, these guys are mafioso or something.
Oh, the Jersey ones?
Yeah. You're like, oh, what is this guy in? And they'd be like, he does waste management. I'm like, oh, come on. I'm like, come on. This is made up. This is not real. They just had to live in a massive mansion. That waste management's my money.
What's his last name? Soprano? Okay,
dude, it was so weird. They'd have like a poker game, and it was like 4 dudes sitting there, and you'd be like, this is the weirdest thing ever. Like, why did they agree to do this? I was like, maybe they're making the money off the show.
They don't need money.
They don't.
Housewives.
Yeah.
They already got it, dude. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. It was an interesting show.
I've never watched
That's
it.
the reality TV. It'll get you.
Yeah, you gotta be.
It doesn't take long, man.
Careful with it,
dude. You watch one episode of any reality TV,
oh, yeah,
you're somewhat hooked. You're like, oh, I gotta see what the fuck's going on with Brianna. She's gonna hit this girl Kayla next episode.
Yeah, I watched the episode. I watched a whole season of Love Island. Terrible
I watched
show, but you
Lindsay
still watch
Lohan
it.
had a show.
What is it?
Lindsay Lohan had a show.
Oh god.
She like opened up a resort in like Greece.
Doing what?
I don't remember, but she was trying to open a nightclub, and she was like trying. It was like a show where she would like fire employees on the show. It was like a show to like see. It was like to be Lindsay's next assistant or something. It was so weird.
So she just did the Apprentice.
Pretty much. It was yep.
I would watch that.
It was pretty cool.
Dude, Lindsay, I saw a picture of her. She don't look too great these days.
She doesn't.
Maybe I'll do. I mean, to be honest, she was never like.
She had a moment. I remember when I was like 12. I was like, she's cute.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was in Freaky Friday.
I think she was like, yeah, okay.
I was like 12.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought about
She's
that.
probably like 15.
Yeah.
I was like, phew.
Yeah, bomb 2 of them.
Yeah. It was the same too. Like, it was the big 3. It'd be like her, Hillary Duff, and then Amanda Bynes. It'd be like 3 smoke shows.
Dude, yo, you seen Amanda Bynes lately?
Dude, she took the weirdest route that I could have never projected in my life. I was like, the fact that like I had to find out that she was dating Kid Cudi through a Kid Cudi song was crazy. He's like, they want to know about me and Amanda Bynes. I was like, he's not talking about Amanda Bynes, is he? And he, goddamn, that was the one.
Bro, what is she doing?
I was doing math at the time. I was like, man, how old is Kid Cudi and how old is Amanda Bynes? I was like, this is crazy.
Are they still together?
No.
There's no way. She is looking.
She went crazy.
Rough, dog.
I feel bad for her, though. I mean, she got exploited by that dude, what's his name? Dan Snyder.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she...
Which is so crazy that 2 wealthy dudes with the same name who kind of look similar. Like the Redskins owner, the former owner, was named Dan Snyder.
Yeah.
And he was being creepy, too.
Very creepy. Who's that Raiders owner? He looks creepy as shit.
That guy looks creepy. Mark Davis, I think, or something.
Yeah.
But
that haircut's outrageous.
the Redskins owner, he's way creepier. He'd be like telling executives that he's got cheerleaders going to dinners with him and stuff. It's like so weird. It's like, ugh.
Dude. Yeah, Amanda Bynes got like face tats now, right?
I think she got rid of them. That's like the new thing. You get tats in your early 20s and you just get rid of them when you get really extremely wealthy.
That's a good move.
Yeah. I thought about getting a couple face tats to boost my network a little bit.
Yeah, dude. Nothing like face tats and laser removals. Be cool.
Yeah, it'd blow up quick.
I don't know. I saw a picture of her and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ almighty. What
Like the
happened to
easiest
her,
way to
dude?
blow up is just get a curse word on your forehead. Like, boom.
Oh, yeah. That's a good way to go about it.
You'd fucking be... You'd be everywhere.
Who was also...
It'd be funny to do it with Sharpie and pretend like it's a fucking real one. People would be like, that's not real, dude. And you're like, it's real, dude.
That'd be cool. Badass. I actually watched a video the other day. Someone Sharpied his whole face, and I was getting the Sharpie off.
I saw this girl. She was getting tattooed freckles the other day. I think that's like a trending thing.
Yeah.
I thought that was bizarre.
Oh, dude, I watched a video of this bigger girl getting these crazy eyebrows tatted on her face, and they were bad, dude. Yo, imagine getting eyebrows tatted on your face, and they're just horrendous.
I saw a
Crazy.
monk. He was at some in some shop in Japan, and it required facial recognition for him to use his debit card. And since he was a monk, he couldn't see his eyebrows, so they had to take electrical tape and just like stick it on for the facial recognition to pick them up.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was really funny.
Dude, do you remember when like the facial recognition first came out on like iPhones? It just kept recognizing like any Asian could pick up on our Asian's phone.
I didn't know that.
It would just open
That's
it.
crazy.
Yeah, it was the first few months.
That's pretty wild.
It was just it didn't work for Asian people. Pretty funny.
That's pretty wild. Damn.
Yeah. The Asians didn't program that.
Yeah,
I don't know if
facial
it was iPhone or
recognition is
Samsung. It was
interesting.
one of the two. It would make more sense that it wasn't Samsung, you know.
It's crazy out of control. Like, in the sense of like, I mean, I don't know what bar somebody was at. I think it was like Fry Guy posted on his story. He was in like the security room over at some bar, but he had a picture of one of the monitors they had in there, and the monitor off to the side had 4 people that were in the bar that were comics that I know, and it pretty much just had their faces like on there as identification tool. So it's like if the camera got a clear glimpse of your face, it took your face and put it in a database, and it was like, whoa.
Nice.
Which is crazy technology wise, right? And all that made me think was like, all right, I guess I can't steal from Walmart anymore, because I'm like, if this shitty bar has good camera technology like that, Walmart's gonna have some top of the line shit.
I mean, like if they want to, they can track you walking down the street through like
for sure
street post shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like that movie with Will Smith in it.
Yeah, or any movie with Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
Like those things.
It's pretty crazy. The cameras, how they've gone. They're your friend and they're your enemy at the same time.
Yeah, dude. I believe
they got
that
your
like
back. Like,
yeah, if they, I feel like it's way further than we even see. You know, like at any point, I feel like they could just see us at any point in time. You know,
if they want to, yeah.
Like right now, if they want to, they'd be like, "What's up?" You know?
Oh yeah.
Good for them though, crushing the game.
Yeah.
Not a part of that party. Dude, what are you gonna do?
We got that little vape.
Huh?
What is that? Anything?
It's a tobacco joint.
I think I keep it light.
It's
Everybody's got the Geek bars. These are the ones, huh?
Yeah, they're the ones. It's
White gummy ice. You get these
white
yourself?
Huh?
You get these yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean I get them myself?
Well, how's that conversation go when you go in the store? You're like, yeah, I'll take a white gummy ice.
Yeah.
You say it just like that?
I was like, hey, I want this white gummy one. Or sometimes it's good when you
be
like.
nonchalant about it. Like you don't say the name fully. You're like, give me one of this white. The WGIs.
It's funny
I'll
when
take a WGI.
I've gotten one before that like some of them don't even have legible names. It's just like the one is fucking fab. So
that's
like,
the name?
You gotta worry, be like, I want the fuck. Can I get the fucking fab? It's like very not good.
That would throw me off, man. I'd be like, this can't like. They didn't take the name serious. There's no way they took the ingredients serious. You know?
Yeah. A lot of them just don't. They're just like names like that. It's like clearly no flavor exists for this flavor. Like no name exists.
That's like these things, man. I mean, the flavors, the spectrum of flavors that they have with these is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like they can mimic like any flavor. They're like Jolly Rancher, fuck it, put it in there. And then it's just like, but how? There's no sugar in this. How?
Like dextrose and stuff.
I mean, yeah, they definitely they changed some shit on these things recently. They used to be 0 calories, now they're 10 calories. It's like they're hiding the sugars and the carbohydrates.
Dude, you know what's good? Bucked Up. You ever try those?
I did. Those ones are like also super sketch. Like,
well, yeah, but they got white. They got a white gummy flavor.
I know, I've had it. It's decent. It's decent. I don't like any of these, honestly. I gotta stop drinking them.
Yeah,
none of them taste good to me.
They help. I drink them habitually all the time. Like if I'm going out like a Thursday night, like being out till
wide awake.
Well, dude, if I'm going to Raven or something,
yeah.
What am I gonna do?
It's like I just woke up at 7. I'm gonna be up till 1:30.
Yeah. Dude, I've literally been in Raven Lounge before.
I haven't been to Raven in a long time.
I've literally been in Raven Lounge before.
Fill it up their Google form.
All asleep, dude. I've been all asleep in there and been like, yo, you're up. And I gone, and like stupid on stage, dude. I've literally done that, dude.
I love a nice open mic, but man, when you're at an open mic and they're bumping people at an open mic, you're like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It just gets out of control. It's like, bro, who just dropped in? Nobody. A nobody dropped in and you're bumping them. It's crazy. It's just bumping people.
Oh yeah. And
then they were like, all right, here's a Google form if you guys want to be on our shows. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never... it's tough to. I'll just not go back to a mic for a while if I
That's
go
where
back.
I'm at.
Yeah,
I mean,
I just like if I literally watch
it
myself.
breaks me down. I'm like, why am I coming here? I buy drinks here. I'm
Oh,
probably
yeah.
the only comic buying drinks here.
Yeah, I literally there's one mic I haven't gone back to in like a month because I got bumped there, and then I just haven't gone back.
It's how it goes sometimes.
It's literally,
But that's you have to think too, and that's where I also feel the empathy for the host, because I'm like, okay, they're trying to appease 50 fucking people right now, and it's like, fuck. It's like obviously they have to appease the people that can make shit happen for them.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like that's without saying, and then it's just like, not everybody can go first.
No, I don't care about.
I mean, that's why Work is successful at what they're doing. I mean, it's because like there's like 5 people running it. You don't really know who is like setting that stone and that list in stone. Really, there's a couple people moving it around.
Yeah, I think if I was to take a guess, I think Logan does a list
I would think so.
and then gives it to whoever else, and then he just pieces out.
Yeah.
I think that's how it goes there. That's enough. That's a good show though. Christian just joined. They got like 8 hosts, dude.
They do. A couple might should die.
Yeah, what mic do you think should die?
Man, yeah. I can name 20 of them. We'd be here too long. No.
Yeah, there are some that are rough. Well, some like just get resurrected, like that cookies mic. That thing was rough, and then I was like the best
all
one.
that took was a day switch, though. It was a nightmare on Wednesdays. It was like, bro, I'm coming out here. You guys are selling drinks on Wednesday. It's like, bro, I'm not getting fucked up on a Wednesday. Well, I mean, I am, but still, one, I'm not like, you know, I'm not trying to get fucked up on a Wednesday. I have work tomorrow, man. And then let alone, it's just like traffic on a Wednesday is so shitty compared to the Friday. Like Friday traffic's different. You're driving traffic on Friday, like, this ain't that bad.
Yeah, I mean now cookies has gotten. Well, now cookies might get bad because now it might be so many people. Now it's going to come in a bad morning. You know what I'm saying,
The thing with cookies is just you got to show up early as shit.
dude?
You got to show up before the host gets there. Like, that's the way to do it.
It's yeah.
And even then, like, I got there before the host got there last time. There's 10 names on the list before I touched it. And I was like, that's crazy. I'm here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I showed
But
up.
I mean, like, they showed courtesy. Like, let me, you know.
Yeah, I was the first one there one week, and I was 11th on the list. I was like, yo, how do I end up 11th? Like, I was literally already 10 on there. I was the first person there. I was like, dang, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right, though. But that's the problem is, like, if it gets too big, though, it's like, now it's just, like, one that everyone goes to again. And it's like,
Yeah.
it's just another Raven now.
It's good that it's on Friday, though.
Oh, yeah. And it starts at 8, so even, like, worst case scenario,
I
you
like
still have by
that, too.
11.
The late start is so cool.
Yeah, that's good.
Even though I still have to show up early as shit if I want to get on. Yeah, I gotta get there at like fucking 6.
Yeah, it's weird, dude. I used to like really prefer the 7 o'clock starts, and now I'm like, I'd rather. Now I don't feel like going because now I gotta be in the city at 6:30 or something, like fighting traffic.
Yeah.
I like the later ones.
I do like the later ones.
Yeah, dude.
I wish there was a better Thursday, Mike. I mean, the only one I can think of is Raven.
Oh,
But
there's friendlies now too.
I haven't been over there that much. I should get over there. He asked me to host it the one day, and then I just like the one time I was busy. I was like, yeah, I'm busy that day. I can't.
It's not bad, Mike. It's generally full.
Is that the one where they smoke cigs inside?
Yeah, dude.
Ah, dude, that's a little brutal.
Yeah, especially in the winter because they don't keep the back door open.
Yeah.
So it's a little, but in the summer I feel like it's rougher just because it's hot and smoky. That's when it's like.
I can't believe they just let the cigarette thing happen out there. Cigarettes are so white trash.
I think that's kind of the thing about it is like that's their niche. You know, it's the one thing they got going on that other ones don't. It's like you can blast in here.
Can you smoke cigars in there? Probably not. No.
Oh, cigars? Maybe you can't smoke weed in there.
Yeah.
I know that. They get mad about that.
Like a black and mild. People probably get pissed off at you for smoking a black and mild in there.
I don't know. I'll bring a cigar. No, wait. No. Angelo smoked a cigar in there the other week, so he can. So there you go.
Yeah, I guess they'd have to allow that, you know?
Yeah, I bet you could roll a cigar like a spliffy joint and end up smoking weed in there, real stellar, like stealth.
Yeah, it would have to be crazy tobacco heavy. Like at that point, you'd be like, "Fuck, let's just go outside, dude. I'm so lightheaded." You'd be outside from just being lightheaded. You'd be like, "We got to get out of this building."
Yeah, dude.
Like, I had the spins. I didn't even drink anything.
Yeah, no. If you're going, if Thursdays aren't bad, you can hit friendlies and then just go over to Raven, and that's kind of it's a nice setup too, because like by the time you're leaving friendlies, you can go over and like Raven's just starting, so
Yeah.
it's not bad. I enjoy it. We should give it a shot.
Maybe. I'll get back to the Ravens sometime soon. Maybe.
I'm
Probably
there all
never.
the time, dude. I'm like just now starting to like.
I'm like waiting to get on a show there, but like it's probably never gonna happen.
You gotta do an online thing.
I did. I filled out the Google form.
Oh,
And then I DM'd one of the hosts. I was like, "Yeah, man, don't forget about me."
well,
I'm not gonna put you on any of my shows because I don't have any. But if I did, I would.
dude, you can get, dude, just yeah, you can get on there. Who's London and Paige?
Yeah, London's cool.
They're fucking.
It's good people.
There's someone on the Friday mic this week that doesn't have. I know he don't have a mic, so you can get on that. John Bryce is on there this week. He don't got a mic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't been back to Casa Duran yet either since he got a new location.
I went there this month. It was all right. It was good. I got these art. I got that there and the Stallone there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Angelo providing artwork. Yeah. Saw some art stuff. Saw some bands. Saw some comedy.
It was a good time.
Yeah, Sean Murphy was on there, and then he did the pod. It was pretty good. Fun stuff. Be a nice show. I did the Raven show. The problem was like the first half is always bumping because people bring like 5 people in the first half, but no one in the second half brings anyone.
Really?
Yeah.
They have it backwards. Why?
Well, because like
The second show is supposed to be like the pro comics, right?
well, the problem
and
is
that show doesn't fill out?
Well, the problem is the first show sells out easier because everyone under 3 years generally has more supportive people in
For
their
sure,
life still.
for
You know what I'm saying?
sure.
And then like you got a show with like people who've been doing it 10 years and they're like, you know, the friends are
Wow.
like, the friends are like, dude, we've been there and done that. You know what I'm saying? I think that's
They
what's
charge for that show too, don't they?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, that's generally how it goes. That's why I was like, it's rough to have like a setup like that because like,
Man, that room's just
if
so
you just
tight.
mixed it, if you just
It's
mixed
so
it in,
tight.
yeah. What were you
Like,
gonna,
how many people can you fit up there? How many people can you fit up there?
the one show they had 64, I think.
64
They
fucking
had people
people?
on stage. They set up like 6 chairs on the stage.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
The way they need to do that room is like have all the comics chill on the first floor.
And then call up.
And they need to bring up the next like 2 at a time.
Yeah, depending on the night.
It needs to be coolly ran like that. That or they need to open that 3rd floor back up and open up that cool little lounge they had up there.
Yeah, because they kick people out the hallways and yeah, it gets crowded in there. It's just a point where like I'd never stand up there ever. There's no point. Like when
They
it
can
gets
make
too
that place
crowded.
cool. It's just like I don't know. When it gets too crowded, it's not fun there. It smells in there. And it's hot, sweaty. There's no ventilation. There's no air.
Well, in the summer, it's
They need that. They need a hang spot. Like the 3rd floor was a sick hang spot, and now it's not. They like shut it. They're like, no, we don't want anybody up there. It's like, why?
it's apparently full of stuff
Oh yeah.
that the owner collected, is what I've heard.
Wow.
Like hoarder style stuff.
It's crazy.
I don't know. Just rumors I hear.
It's crazy.
We gonna do. I don't know. But yeah, dude,
Yeah.
you'll get there.
Bar rescue that guy, huh? Again, that's just another club where you look at that, you're like, somebody owns this. I could run a business like this and be better.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy because when you're there on Thursdays and Fridays,
It's crazy they had a basement mic running for a little bit.
yeah, it's dude. It's I don't know, man.
But that place looks like it's like just violating so many health codes.
I don't know. Yeah, dude. I don't know. That place has potential. It has potential.
Just like I wish they ran the comics like that, like where it's like comics don't show up in the room for audience only, and it's like the comics are hanging somewhere else.
That'd be nice.
It'd be so cool if they could just have some hindsight or awareness of that.
Yeah.
Like the comedians.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of comics in Philly lack that awareness of like, hey, like let's not sit where like audience members could sit.
Well, it depends. Like open mics, generally, you're not fighting to fill out a room.
Well, Jose Pistolas has potential for audience members.
Well,
And I've seen it bad to the points where it's like, okay, we have 4 tables of 2 comedians each where we could all be at one table of 6. It's like we're fucking up Because
Yeah.
I've watched people walk into Jose's and go back downstairs
Because the tables are
because there's
taken.
just no room.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, man, we can have real people up here, guys. Like, you guys are fucking us.
Yeah. That's true.
But it's like, I'll say nothing about it, too. And then Sonia walked in, and she was like, man, look at Ryan being logical back there. Like, it's just like, guys, we need to all sit at the same table. I was like, oh, yeah. I didn't tell him. I've been trying to get him over here.
So smart. Wow.
What are you going to do? It's the comedy scene. It's fun. It's the grind.
I don't think there's one perfect mic in Philly. Let's say that. So
Yeah.
everyone's. That's what it's like. Oh, it's just like I'm just sitting here like, man, I would do this different and this different. And I was like, I'm not running a mic or show.
That's me
right
too,
here. So I
man.
was
I'm not
like,
running the mic.
I'm not doing that at all, dude.
I had someone who offered me to run one. I was like, I don't know about this.
Nah, dude. I'm not gonna do all that. Well, we could wrap up soon too.
Cool. Let's wrap it up.
Well, yeah, dude. Well, Ryan, is there anything you'd like to shout out or?
You know, I was
talk
nervous,
about?
but I was thinking about this morning. He's going to ask me to plug shit at the end of this, and it's going to be embarrassing because I have nothing to plug.
That's fine.
No shows. I have no shows come up. If you want to see me, don't look anywhere. No, I'm just kidding. You can check me out on YouTube, Ryan Resell or Ryan Rinz. And then that's my IG too. I have a show potentially in March now. Somebody told me they'd put me on their show.
Well, there you go.
That'll be fun. See me in March. Check my IG. Follow me.
And watch him sell stuff.
I sell a lot of shit.
Give us
Sell
advice
me
on
your
that.
shit. Honestly, give me a call. I'll buy your shit.
Yeah.
I'd buy anything.
He buys it all.
And you might not be happy with the price I offer you, but I do make an offer on everything. So,
Yeah. Check description below for links of all Ryan sells.
dude,
Yeah,
thanks for having me.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for this, buddy.
It was a good time.
Yeah, dude. Absolutely. Let's go.
That's fun.
I've been like ending with a high five or something like that.
That's cool.